two
Slices.
Slices?
no, like breads.
Oh, I see. So
Not a. I don't know. I don't know if
Like
there's
a
a
croissant
distinction.
or a
it's
roll or
salt
something.
bread.
I don't know if there's a distinction between loaf in a loaf you cut, as in slow loaf you cut slices out of loaf, or just a single piece of bread.
Or just loaf being loaf.
Loaf
If
is
it's
loaf.
if it's bread that you buy itself, you usually call that just a bun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's like small bread.
Like
It's I had two of those with the cheese, and I had can you call it porridge if it's sweet?
Those are
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, sweet porridge is a thing.
It's how to say the
Why?
thing.
It's like a custard.
Oh, I see. Porridge. Yeah, I would never eat that.
How the
Why would
fuck?
you eat porridge?
It's oatmeal and rice flour porridge
You.
with
Why?
whey protein.
Porridge.
Why?
It's mostly Nestle stuff.
Yeah.
Why? That just
Breakfast
makes it even
pudding.
worse. That's just the cherry on top of awful.
It's nutritious and
Fuck your
it's
nutrition.
delicious.
Fuck your nutrition.
Yeah, leave me and my ropa vieja alone. I'll go eat that.
If I want to die, I'll die in peace.
Oh,
Not
no.
healthy.
I had Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
But it tastes good. Shut the fuck up.
No.
Wait, so maybe you can answer this for me. I've actually had Chick-fil-A like all of twice,
Holy
and like all my friends like swear by Chick-fil-A. They're like it's the last Coca-Cola on earth, and I'm just like, dude, it was a fucking chicken sandwich. It was all right.
Yes.
It's fine. It's not nothing special. but
Compared to
it's-
other chicken sandwiches, they're really good. I wouldn't
They
say
have-
this is like cream
Eh,
and
it's-
cheese over
You go for
this.
Chick-fil-A for the Chick-fil-A sauce, nothing else.
I see.
The chicken's pretty good compared to.
I was mildly impressed by the sauce. This was all right.
You're reminding me of the Argentinian teacher I had. That's like, oh no, like such and such is acting like they're the last Coca-Cola in the desert.
Yeah. That used to be an expression.
Did I just date myself?
I mean.
Boomer.
No, I'm not a boomer. I'm actually a millennial, believe it or not.
Oh god. I don't even know which one is worse, to be honest.
I know, but
I know
I'm
which
like
one is
Every
worse.
an older
generation
millennial.
is form of
Zoomer.
awful.
Oh god, these younglings. And by these younglings, I mean FJ.
Boomer.
I'm a millennial. Fuck you.
I
I
am
was born in
21.
'97.
You're so
Oh, you're my
incensed
age.
by that. I'm a millennial. Fuck
Oh,
you.
you're my age. I thought you were younger.
No, I'm like about to be 25 in the next
Yep.
2
me
months from
too.
now.
I may be the youngest here then at 21.
Yep, you are. You young.
I am holy shit.
You are way too old.
Yeah. I am 34 right now. I am
Just
But
really old.
I feel like
Really?
Graves is probably the closest to me.
casual 10-year gap.
Oh, look at that. Dinner served. Yay.
Jesus.
Graves is probably the closest to age to me.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Gonna eat so much.
You just ate, you fat fuck.
I'm gonna eat like 4 pounds of food.
You fat fuck.
No joke. 4 pounds of food.
That just flew out of his mouth so naturally. It just came twice.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
Because he is a fucking little twig.
I am eating like a fucking horse.
But he is a twig.
I weigh fucking how much do I weigh in the wrong numbers?
In freedom units.
The wrong numbers to you, friendo.
It's better than stones.
The wrong numbers are the only
Sure.
numbers that matter.
I weigh 114 pounds.
You are very light.
I've
That
just
is very-
eaten 4 pounds of food.
You weigh about as much as a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah,
Yes,
Philly.
I am
Jesus
aware.
Christ, you fat fuck.
I am 114 pounds of pure muscle.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
can lift you up out of the ground. Shut the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
That'd be even more terrifying if it was all muscle.
It
Because
is.
muscle's heavier than fat.
You must be a teeny then.
Yeah.
He's just skinny as fuck.
I have 2% body fat.
Holy fuck. I wish.
Was it all
Well-
the bones?
It is
His own
muscle
bones,
and
yes.
muscle and bones.
I am around 133. But that's
know
because
what I
I
weigh.
lost like 20 pounds since COVID started.
To be fair, I did lose weight since COVID started.
Yeah,
I-
I lost a lot.
I gained weight during COVID. I like fucking stress ate a lot.
I lost like 13 pounds since COVID started.
I lost 20.
Gained 20 pounds. I used to weigh 155 and I was at 19% body fat. Now I'm a fucking train wreck and actually I've lost weight. I was weighing 177 at one point. I'm weighing 169, 168 now. So I've been slowly getting it right since January.
Yeah.
Yay. Ooh, my hair's curly again. Yes.
I don't even know what I weigh because I just could give less of a fuck.
Weight
There you have
is
it.
weight.
I only know because I went to the gym and the dude weighed me up.
I bought a scale.
You dumb bitch.
I think last I heard it was like 180, but I am 6 foot tall and dense, I guess.
Wait, you're 6 foot tall?
Shit.
Yeah.
Holy
Nice.
fuck.
Well, what do you mean,
And-
wait? You're 6 foot tall. You're fucking 5'11.
There's a difference.
But he doesn't sound like it.
Actually, no, he doesn't.
Yes.
If
I
you look
wouldn't
on the
have
internet,
picked
there's
him
a
to be
difference
6 feet
between
tall.
5'11 and 6 foot.
And also, yes,
You-
there's a difference.
The internet says so.
I know there's a difference. It's called 1 inch. A single one.
It's also a state of mind because if you can't just get above that barrier, it's like you're just short.
It's 2
forever locked.
centimeters, my man. It's a lot.
2.54. Shut the
Yes.
fuck
This is the.
Yeah, that's about it.
5'11.
It's a mind
Fuck.
still.
It's a
Ah.
mindset.
I can't feel those vibes. I'm 5'10. I will never have a 1 inch complex.
I am also 5'10.
Jesus
also-
Christ.
I don't know
Then
what. I think I'm like anywhere between 5'10 and 6 foot even. I don't
I'm
know.
wait a second, I'm gonna go grab dinner.
I am a useful person.
Every time, like, people are waiting for the conversation become food.
Oh, we're not talking about
It was.
weight and height.
Well, it was food before that, but then we transitioned to.
Yes.
Correct.
Fair. Sorry, I just saw the chat log.
It was all Fat Fuck's fault.
Yes.
Alliteration for the win.
Yeah, I am not 5'11". Wait. Why does... Oh god, Google doesn't allow me to add feet to add inches to feet. What the fuck? How do I... Why the fuck does your feet end in 12s? Ah,
Because reasons.
fuck.
How tall
I
are you
actually
in the
don't know
metric
why.
system?
I think 177?
Wait, what are we talking about?
Because I can't Google, Google doesn't allow me to add inches
You,
inside
sir-
feet.
That's why it's the wrong numbers.
Yes.
If you are 1.77 meters, you are 5.8 feet tall.
178.
Yeah, but 0.8 does not mean 5'8" because 0.8 is a 10th scale, while feet is a 12 scale.
You're
It's the 12
right,
scale.
actually.
Why do
Holy
you not
shit.
make fucking sense?
Goddamn freedom units.
Yeah, no. You're right. It would be 5. You're like between 5'9" and 5'10".
Yeah,
Oh, there's a reason why a foot's a foot.
I know.
It's like
It
you
was
can use it.
someone's foot once.
Now, what you know your forearm? You can use that to measure what about a foot is.
What?
Yeah, yeah, that's about a
You just
foot.
blew my mind.
That's basically what all of the
I am so
our measurements are based
mad.
off of.
I am so mad that yours right. Shut the fuck up. You're not allowed to be fuck.
Your measurements make more sense mathematically, but ours I guess they're practical in a sense.
See, that's what. See, when you need to do maths with the correct system, you just multiply by 10 or divide
It's
by
fine.
10. No, you have to measure your arm. You have
No,
to
it's
measure
fine.
stones.
No,
You have-
it's
what the
fine.
fuck?
It's fine because a foot's your arm length. Okay, but we
An inch is
don't
an
have
inch
to
is about
be.
an inch
You
is
don't-
also about like a finger, one part of your finger, like the
Like a
middle part.
don't have to be constrained
Yeah.
by the freedom numbers. It's called 30 centimeters.
And fuck off.
So I just want to say, remember, the best unit we got is a measure hole is about 5 washing machines in length.
Yes, as a whole, about 7 washing machines.
A large
Also,
boulder is like a small boulder.
Fahrenheit doesn't make sense when you think about it. Like R0 is actually the zero for
It's
boiling
32. What the? fuck?
boiling salt water. Not it's freezing salt water. Sorry. It's just yours is the zero for freezing fresh water.
Yeah.
Ours the zero for freezing salt water.
Salt water. What the fuck?
Salt
Yeah,
water.
I don't know why they use that for zero, but
God damn. Why can people be so wrong?
I forget the
called
reason.
It's called being a contrarian because
And I
the
forget
guy
the-
who was the motherfucker who was in charge around the time when SI came out was a
Reddit.
fucking French file. I don't know the word for that.
Frenchophile.
He loved
Francophile.
everything Francophile. Thank you. He loved everything French. But it's like, oh no, Britain uses this measurement system now, so it's not cool anymore, so we won't use it. Like, really?
There's also a reason for the boiling point of water and the boiling point of water is 180 degrees apart. I don't know why that's important, but apparently they thought it was, so they made it that way.
They thought it was. Oh god.
I thought I was
Fahrenheit,
logged in this entire time.
Fahrenheit was a scientist. He probably had a reason for it.
He probably had a reason for it.
Hey, I'm pretty sure Fahrenheit's German.
I mean, Celsius didn't actually invent the Celsius scale, so
You don't
Look,
need to
if you're never sure on things, assume it was created in a bar using a napkin.
Yes.
At least with science.
Just assumed someone was either drunk or high or both.
You know, that's the only fact that we know about the
next time when
Me-
people ask me
American
how
measuring
tall
system. But
next time people ask me how tall I am, I will answer exactly 1 malva tall. And fuck you.
And fuck you. No, don't worry. I'm going to answer that I am 5 forearms and an 11th of it.
I am 4 arms
Look-
and 11 thumbs tall, yes.
Yeah.
This is why we produce a standardized washing machine, measurement.
Yeah, 1.5 washing
I'm
machines.
like,
That's good enough.
well, the real question is it a washing machine and dryer together or single?
Drying machines are stupid.
Very important high difference.
washing and drying together. That's so weird.
Y'all don't have sun to dry
It's
your
called the
fucking clothes?
wind and it's called the wire.
It's called a wire.
Counterpoint. Florida.
Yes,
Aren't you supposed
Florida's
to be
down.
hot?
Isn't
that trumps all arguments.
Wait,
Actually,
Florida. Don't,
Florida's down.
if you're in Florida, don't your clothes dry out faster in the sun than in the fucking
No,
rain?
it's very damp down there.
there's humidity.
It's very damp down there.
Also, randomly rain.
Also that.
Yes.
Also, randomly,
can
people
relate.
will actually fucking steal your clothes.
It's Florida.
It's Florida.
It's not Detroit. Holy shit.
Florida's got its own problems.
Florida is a problem.
Then you get to Miami.
Oh, that's where I am.
Florida's got its own
That's
problems.
Yeah, you
Including
need a
itself.
passport to go to Miami.
Including itself.
Miami is it's basically its own, just sectioned off. It's like the Jersey of Florida.
It's like the Jersey of Florida.
It's not a compliment, by the way.
I'll
Why
take
not?
it as one.
I will take it as one. We have.
You ever watch Jersey Shore?
Nope.
I mean, we can relate to randomly rain, can't we?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh,
I
like it up
can
there.
relate to this.
My weather is wind.
Wind.
Like my college is on top of a hill, so sometimes I can't breathe because of the wind when I go outside.
Jesus
You wake up and it's cold, and then 5 minutes later, sun. And then 5 minutes later, rain.
Oh, we get cold here, but it's the wind chill that kills you.
I'm sleepy.
I'm gonna eat.
I'm gonna.
By the way, I can't wait for the recap today, where if it lands on me, and I joined midway through the session.
Yes.
I mean, what did we even do? I think we didn't die. I think that was the highlight.
That was
Yeah,
the
that was-
highlight.
That was the point. We didn't die.
Yes. Also, I
What
hope-
did
Oh
we do?
yeah, and we destroyed the thingamabob that you didn't want to destroy.
Thingamabob.
Thanks for reminding me of that.
I feel like I need a drink to. No, if I drink, I will fall asleep in the middle of the session. That would be bad. Hmm?
No, never mind. Just alcohol problems.
I'm not an
This is why I drink
alcoholic.
soda.
And I've been out of things for the
It's a
entirety of.
raging alcoholic.
ever.
Never mind me.
So I need to find a reliquary worth 500 GP.
Oh yeah, I have a jar of vampire blood now.
Yes, you have.
Oh, you do?
Fucking
What are you
hard.
gonna use that shit for? Ew.
Who knows?
Who the
I-
fuck knows?
I have a ruby.
Did I even
A
get
ruby
anything?
Several
You
people
guys
want
are
for
getting
spells.
looted?
You don't have a ruby. You have a fortune. In the form of a gem.
You
Yeah,
can
that I'm never
call
gonna
it
sell. 'cause
loot,
I
but I have.
I don't think I looted anything. I just destroyed things.
It's me.
Look, FJ, you don't have a
Uh-huh.
ruby. You have a boat in waiting.
I
Oh, wow.
ain't selling this. Fuck you. I'm gonna bedazzle my house with rubies.
I'm gonna send you something I feel like you'd enjoy.
I mean,
Come on.
here's the thing.
They're fake
I literally need that ruby in like 10 levels or whenever I get forbiddens.
Which is why I'm keeping it. Because I think there's something that wizards can. That might be too high a level. But I think there's something wizards can get that requires a ruby.
Summon demon.
Probably.
Inferno
Is it?
Calling.
Is it? Simulacrum?
That's super high level. So high level that you're not gonna get it.
You're not gonna get
Yeah, I know
this
that.
game,
But
yeah.
well,
Really, that
I'm
spell should just
trying to
outright be
remember
banned
what
in all
spell it
campaigns.
is.
Yeah. When you get to that point where you can, it's something you're playing something else. Yeah, I think you'd like this, Tomar. It's just a lot of weapons of every kind.
Oh,
Yeah.
I shall check.
Food.
I did a Ukraine bundle on the Drive-Thru RPG, and I just got just a bunch of random stuff I'm never gonna use, and that was part of it. And I will use this because I like it.
Over 200 magic weapons of every variety. I see.
Yeah, it's basically just a uncommon legendary of every weapon type, basically.
Can I get a link boss?
Yeah, I see that
Can
too,
I-
because
can I
that
have
might be useful.
sauce?
My dog's asking for the sauce.
Spill that tea, brother.
My share with the class?
Alright,
Can I get that link boss, man?
I'll put in the players' chat if everyone wants to see.
Yay.
I have just a bunch of random stuff now. One that I think I started to great, but I don't think I ever actually noticed when I DMs. It's just a book of undead related classes and spells.
I see.
Ooh, neat.
No, subclasses though.
Oh wow, he has flails as a weapon option.
It's got every
Flail.
weapon.
No one like ever touches flails.
They even have nets. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Nuts used to be a thing in 3.5. Oh, I like the art.
They're still a thing. They just suck.
The only way you'll find them in 5e is Kuatoa.
Yes, they are the only things that can use the net properly.
Don't you got bolas in fucking? Never mind.
An extendo flail.
The extendo flail.
Oh my god, it even has saps. I haven't seen those since 3rd edition. What the fuck?
Does it come with a longer haft you can clip on?
No, it just extends.
I fucking love the sensor flare. That's just, I want that.
I don't want that.
Some of them are just legendary items from actual myths like Gungnir.
I see.
Ah yes, the Great Wallop.
The great willow.
Yes.
Fucking beautiful.
I've just got a lot of random stuff, random 5e stuff now.
I see.
I'm a killer.
This is actually really cool. I'm gonna have to.
A whaler's harpoon. Yes.
Yeah, this is just sort of thing that's just like if you need it around. There's also a table at the end of it, so you can just do some random stuff.
That's the good shit. Is tables.
Sunblotter is actually frightening in theory.
What now?
Sunblotter, the
But my-
concept is actually kind of frightening in theory.
My favorite weapon is the Under Daggers, the Last Gasp.
That one has a cool name.
The more exhaustion you have, the more features it gets.
Interesting.
Aha. The man catcher.
Amazing. Level 6. You are dead. You drop the dagger.
Yeah, the man catcher was a weapon in 3.5 also.
I mean, I find the fact that it has 5 and 6 hilarious because isn't 5 literally,
You can't move. You can't
Just
attack.
you-
Yeah.
and all it gives is you don't die when you die.
Incredible. Yeah, but like,
It-
if you get to
yeah.
4 exhaustion, you are destroying things.
Well, to be fair, at that point you have disadvantage on everything. You have half movement,
And half
You-
HP.
half HP. So
It's just a fun thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's also not
What's the
attunement,
weapon?
so
Not attunement.
it's just cursed, though.
Finally
It's
can
just cursed.
dual wield crossbows.
Oh,
Does
get
that-
out of here with that shit.
You already can.
Hand crossbows, at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, but this one gives you bonuses.
Bonuses.
Apparently, we have a congressional candidate that is suggesting that and calling for homeless people to break into empty homes.
Ah.
Isn't that wonderful?
Amazing.
I
What-
mean,
I mean,
Why don't
squad
you
is
just-
right, I guess.
Why don't you just open up the houses and say you can squat here? Why?
Well, I mean, in
never mind squat. It's called live at this point.
California, like it's really bad. Like if you don't have a loss above a certain money threshold, the cops just don't do anything about it.
Well, yeah, because California's California. They're kind of 10 levels of fucked despite progressing so far.
Honestly, I
Nature.
wish they'd secede already. Like I really wish they would just secede.
They wouldn't know what to do with themselves.
I
It
that's
crashed
not my
in here.
problem. That's
bad.
literally not my problem. Like I wish California, Oregon, and Washington would all just like become their own country.
You know, at one point in North Dakota's history, if we seceded from the U.S., we'd have become
Wait,
a top 5 nuclear power in the world.
Amazing.
What?
Because there's a lot of stored nuclear weapons in North Dakota at one
Oh,
point.
that's fair.
Hmm.
You guys are all radioactive.
Ah, yes. I love the heavy crossbow and the heavier crossbow.
Or
This fuck's beautiful.
Ballista?
Also have hand wraps for monk weapons.
Yeah.
Those are really nice. This is really cool. I like a lot of these.
Yes.
Seska is asking me if I have the keys to this warehouse. I'm like, no.
I don't.
No, fuck off.
As much as it may be cool, I literally cannot read through just weapon description for
Yeah.
50 pages.
Yeah, you have to take it in pieces.
You just kind of
That's why-
scroll through until you find a name.
that's why you open up the side tab and just look at a specific weapon.
Yeah.
Like for one build in the thing Akashi was doing,
Oh,
it
they got
person
fucking-
uses a whip,
Hmm,
so I grabbed the razor whip for him.
I see.
Nice. They got fucking so many really big tables. You could just fucking roll on that and.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, you could just. Oh, every day I'm gonna roll on this table, and whatever it lands on, I'm gonna read.
Alright, so are we starting this sucker?
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
I
I
want
was
to eat.
mostly just stalling to see if Graves would show up, but he didn't,
Oh.
so yeah, it's been 20 minutes already. Let me just.
Please don't roll me, I'm gonna be eating.
Also, please don't roll me.
You
because
don't
reasons.
have a choice.
I'm gonna fucking do the recap with my mouth full if you roll me.
I don't have a choice.
Look, I mean, I've already given my thread for what I'll do for the recap.
2.
We basically already did the recap anyway. Already.
So
We live,
do the
bitch.
thing that you said you were going to do, Shade, because I rolled you.
Well, so best way to describe last session is apparently we didn't die. I
Yeah.
joined halfway through. Apparently some exposition was dropped for vampire shenanigans.
For vampires.
Edmund met with an old friend, and we can now talk to well, whoever's been sponsoring us effectively with the
Serious.
look. I still think
Violence
that's
and bloodshed
probably-
has been brought to you by Zinthos.
Raid Shadow Legends.
By rage, Shadow Legends.
Other than that, I think we were heading to rest, all things considered.
We were about to do a short rest and then go find a place to long rest because my tower is not going to last.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
oh,
Guys.
No.
oh. But
Okay,
I
I'm
want
sorry,
the
I had to use-
tower.
I had to use my 3rd level spell slots. I
I
didn't
Oh,
want
also,
the tower.
Folks,
I want
Gianna,
it-
come on, do the thing.
I had been out of resources for
Oh.
years.
For years.
One other
How
thing
about
make a note of.
hold on. I have
we
an idea.
destroyed a tomb.
I have an idea. Let me short rest, and I'll loan you a 3rd level spell slot.
Yes.
I mean, I can interact with your circuit. Maybe I can siphon magic from you. Who knows?
Stealing.
Let me copy your circuit so I can cast the fucking thing.
Like if it means that
Oh,
I can
actually,
have a spa,
actually,
I will fucking
that's a
give
good
you
idea.
3rd level spell slot.
I can let you cast the spell. 'Cause I can give you I can give you
It's true.
access to my
It's-
magic.
it's-
Let's do this.
It's fucking true, yes.
Let's go.
Tower
I
forever,
forgot I had
tower
that.
forever.
Holy shit!
It doesn't matter if I have a chance to die. I need this tower.
For real. No, seriously. Like we need we need the bath. Oliver wants the bath. The bathroom will be locked up for the first like hour and a half.
Oliver, it's
I
not
mean-
worthy. No, I need this.
To be fair, I believe with this, Oliver would get to designate the rooms.
Yes, that's what.
You would.
So let's game then.
Sorry.
You would then return to your tower. I presume carrying Dahlia with you,
Or
since she basically like was dying. So you bring her back, and you first of all, before deciding anything or even bringing up the possibility of casting the tower again, we'll take a short rest. So,
Correct.
Ah.
I am going to short rest all of you. Rest, short rest.
I'm gonna keep my last HD.
Yes, I was about to say you can use
Same.
as much HD as you want, which is probably going to be 0.
I'm full.
I am at full HP for some reason.
I have
So
a
no.
single hit point. Hit dice.
How the hell did I get to full HP?
Oh, I probably tested
Press.
something on your character, then remove the wounds.
Oh,
Also, you might want to remove my. Actually, wait, I can. The reach-in.
Wasn't Oliver at like 1 HP?
no.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm
Wasn't
kidding.
that bad.
Let me remove the effect from you, boy. Resist and regen and the blessing, and I need to remove the necrotic from everyone as well.
But if
Yep.
thank God, FG finally let me fucking connect.
Resist necrotic. Nope. Resist necrotic. Remove.
Hey, I have a light crossbow
Hey, I have a hit die.
Resist necrotic.
and
remove.
daggers, apparently.
Blow. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Amazing.
We're about to take a long rest anyway, so that was kind of pointless.
I mean,
If
Well,
Who
at least you're not
knows?
at 1 anymore.
Who knows?
hey, I was not at 1 previously.
And resist necrotic from John. There, so everyone is unrecruited.
Honey?
Ew.
So you then, during your sweet time at Gianna's tower,
Oliver Star.
Let me get the image.
So Gianna, how did this happen? Did Gianna just teach him how to do this?
Wait,
Not yet.
this
We haven't
will-
done it yet.
Yeah, this will be conversed. Don't you worry.
Uh-huh.
Gianna's
Don't
twin
you worry,
power.
don't you
Whoops,
worry,
not here,
child.
here, chat.
No, I should probably save my own map.
Probably.
You
It's
should probably
your
worry a
goddamn
lot.
I have.
power.
I have. Never mind.
Best
I
me
remembered.
smarter than current me.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
So you were all on the 4th. Yes, the 4th one.
I believe I had the bedrooms definitely, and the
Yep.
baths.
So the
If
4th
memory
one
serves.
and the 3rd one.
Yeah.
I don't think you had the bath.
It's either the bath or the my development room, one of the two.
Yeah, it was the first one. Yep. It's the first and the. Wait, no, yeah, it's
Second and the third. Or second and the fourth. Excuse me.
Mhm. Oh, I'll just
Okay.
put the image.
No, that's not the button. Fuck. Shit. How do
What are you
Great
doing?
that to get the best image of this, you have to, rather than make it bigger, you have to make it thinner.
Never mind. I did nothing. No one saw that.
I saw you did something but didn't see
Add
anything through it.
evil. No,
Hey, get out of my room. Fuck you. It's mine.
no. Gianna and Dahlia as well. There. All of you all. In this tiny room.
Except not yet.
No. The tower is still there.
Yeah, it's there till about midnight ish.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So
We just
you
can't
all
long rest here.
make your way back to the tower, and you take a breather. not only not really regain anything because, yeah, everyone decided not to use hit dice, so you don't really gain much from taking a short rest, but it's just the 1 hour of time that passed. Would you like to have done anything during this time?
Uh,
Or just faceplant on the couch?
I will hyper analyze everybody so I can make sure I can copy them at will at any point in the future.
I see.
I'm gonna be in my development room. I'm gonna try using my Mystic Code again to see if I can hide things better.
Oliver collapses somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Ichika and Edmund.
Sitting around Dahlia in case she needs anything.
Mm-hmm. She will just faceplant on a nearby bed for the moment.
Yeah. It was a tiring ordeal.
Yeah. And Ichika? Don't know if you're muted or on push to talk.
Hello?
I don't know if you're dead or not.
Oh no.
Hello.
Oh no, he's gone. Oh no. We lost.
He's dead,
Jim.
Jim. Hey.
We lost him. Well. Okay. They shall return when they return.
Hey, I can puppet Ichika's voice.
Oh,
Oh, hello?
Oh, there we go.
hello.
See, I told you my puppeting was good. You all fell for it.
I see. So, what are you doing, Ichika, since no one is doing anything?
Nothing much. Pondering about the jar of vampire blood she now keeps in her bag.
Creepy, by the way.
Creepy, by the way.
Yep.
Well, it's there now, and she can't get rid of it.
Kinda sus.
Gross.
Well, if you aren't doing anything, then you relax for about an hour or so. And if you would like to proceed with anything, if not, I have a thing that I wish to do.
Oh no.
I'll after finishing a few banks of developing film, I'll wander out to everybody. Okay, so everybody had nice breather. Nice, yes. Not dying?
For the most part.
Not
Okay, cool.
dying.
Well,
Not yet.
good, good. Okay, so bad news, just a little bit.
Yeah, good.
I don't exactly have the magical capabilities at the second to recast the tower, and since we did that late last night, it's going to disappear in the middle of when we are sleeping. So perhaps we need to move elsewhere if we're going to be staying for any length of time.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but my magical circuits recharge fairly quickly. However, they also burn out fairly quickly. Is there any way I could lend you my power?
Ears start turning.
What now?
You just see her just thinking. Actually, remember that trick I did with you earlier?
Yes.
I think
Where I touched your naked body.
Context, guys.
I think I can let you cast my spell. Are you able to understand magics of a third verse or higher?
Worse?
You know, third level.
verse. Yes,
Yeah, that's why he said, of course.
Oh, I thought.
He said third verse.
Yes.
Oh no, he said, of course. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Well, I think I can maybe do that.
That's worth a shot. It would save us some money.
It would. And it would be useful in future. Okay, well, get comfortable.
Oliver kind of like shifty eyes. Okay. I guess takes off his shirt.
Well, just
He
for the
didn't
sake
even
of...
know that he did. He just did it on purpose.
He knows it's unnecessary.
He knows it's unnecessary.
Isn't that the way she
Exactly.
did it the last time?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
It made direct contact.
Because she needed to touch his crest, didn't she?
Yes.
Oh, it's kind of like on his right shoulder blade. So
Trying to remember where I hit the ability. 1 second. When you awaken crest, there we go. How long does it take? And nope, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it as well.
Magic, is it Order of Scribs? Nope. It might be under Magic Crest.
how much shit do you have?
She
A lot.
has a lot of shit.
I'm very organized in the worst way possible.
Yes.
You see,
Magic circuits.
my sheet was very easy to look through.
Yes.
I have 2 things. That's it.
I found it. It's under spellcasting.
Well,
magic
currently
crest.
I have 2 things.
Oh, casting Magic Crest. There we go.
Crest
If the target's
transfer.
not
A magus may choose to transfer part of the magic crest to another magus. To do so, the magus must spend the same amount of time and resources as if they were copying the spell. During this period, they must be in physical contact with the other magus and enter a state of meditation or synchronization with them. This period cannot be
That doesn't help.
observed or the process
It'd be the
fails.
second paragraph that's relevant here.
Mhm.
It has to be another magus, so I guess it doesn't work.
But because I'm super special, if the target is not a magus but has a family crest, I can temporarily transfer a spell, but the spell only lasts till the target's next long rest and takes 20 minutes per level of the spell.
Yes.
Since it's 30, it would take
So
an
another hour.
Mhm.
in an hour.
You need an hour of gently touching his naked body.
Ew.
Oh, that'd be the long rest.
That could be
Kind of.
the short rest, yes, but
That's the best.
Yeah.
whatever. It's not as if
We'll figure it out.
You're having time constraints at the moment.
Yeah. So yeah, she will discreetly cast Disguise Self on herself to make her left arm not look funky. And then as
Not
she
look funky.
Discreetly, they say.
Discreetly, they say, just a moment. Let me just wave my hand over my arm as if nothing happened.
she just wave her
What's
hand
up
at
with
her,
her-
like
what's
nothing
up
will
with her
change
left hand?
distinctly.
It's off. They got vocal.
I just wave.
Purple.
Actually, it's one of my my not tiefling spells, so it just kind of happens. It's kind of an innate spell,
Yeah.
Oh, those still have
so it just
components.
doesn't happen.
Hello.
They still have
Okay.
components.
It's a grace.
Hello.
It's a me, Graves, y'all.
About to
Oh,
have
they-
intimate RP.
I was trying to be Mario, it didn't work.
It still have all the components as usual.
Yeah, well, it's fine. And she'll just wave her hand, like trying to think of some stuff, and then nod. All right. And then she'll take off her glove. So this is going to take a while, but
A
you'll have
while?
this until you go to sleep. Yes, if my calculations are correct, it'll be 40 minutes. What do you mean?
Ah,
60. It's twice. Because the extra verses, yes. So an hour.
oh, okay.
So just
Um,
So just sit there. You can read or do something or whatever, but I have to remain in contact with your crest the entire time.
awkward. Okay.
Sounds very convenient.
Indeed. All right. So this is my first time doing this. So just don't freak out.
I'll try not to. But you know what? Oliver is curious to see if there are any ghosts in the tower, so he'll start searching.
You just see Gabriella.
Gabriela.
Fuck.
She's just there looking like weirdly at the interaction and also a bit blushy.
Wait, Oliver. You can actually do that.
You know what Oliver does? He starts playing the violin. There you have it.
But
There you have it. He is going to occupy himself by playing music.
that's good. It helps with the meditation part of it.
Ooh, I have a Spanish guitar.
Let's make a band.
Yes.
I'll be on the bongos.
Suddenly, the tower is much more interesting.
I'll give myself proficiency in a musical instrument.
Watch Walker walk in.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What is going on here? What is this?
What
We
are
have
you
this
What
sorcerer?
kind of weird fetish are you people into?
We have decided to become a roving band of
We
Bands.
decided to multi-class into bard.
Yes.
Yes. At the
I'll
same
be
time.
College of Whispers.
I want to be College of Whispers.
I want to be College of
You are too
Eloquence.
loud to be College of Whispers,
Wanna be-
lady.
I want to be College of Sit Down, Shut Up, and Listen.
College Spirit. It's pretty neat.
So,
Yeah, she will place her hand on his crest like before, but instead of the usual feeling of a gentle pulse, he'll feel his magic circuits themselves begin to shift and twist. It's kind of uncomfortable, but not to the point of pain. But there's definitely she's like surgically rooting around in your body and just moving things. It's not pleasant.
you're getting tattooed.
Oliver basically tells her, so I'll let you finish what you started, but I'm not at all pleased. This is not emergencies only.
The
Only.
Well, this is not really something you can do in emergency. This is, considering how long it takes, it's kind of has to be a little pre-planned.
Emergencies.
Well, it's not like I'm hurting you or anything. Twitches finger too much, causes a brief bit of pain.
Oliver briefly yelps.
Sorry.
We can just pre-plan our emergencies.
Exactly. Because I can do this with anybody who has a family crest.
Oh,
There you have it.
I thought it was
Just
because of Oliver.
No, it's because yours would probably be the easiest, pointing at Jackson, because of your theme.
We still haven't come up with that sign, have we?
What sign? There's
The-
nothing wrong with you. You're just weird.
Don't
Winks.
fucking talk about that sign.
Well, we've all seen what you could do. You're just weird. Winks.
I mean,
So, given your ability to
What-
change shape. Yeah, what was that, Edwin?
You fucking weirdo.
either way, just it's a unique talent to have. For
Yeah,
passing
exactly.
on information crest, or well, what you can do, Jackson.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Well, your talents and Gianna's ability to alter crests, both very useful to have, considering what we've been dealing with.
And
Right.
suddenly, when it's Jackson's turn to answer the question, Oliver looks at him and actually stops playing music.
Jazz music stops.
I'm sorry, what question I'm supposed to answer? I really can't hear Shade very well.
It's not really a question. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
To repeat it, it was both Gianna's talents and yours both are very useful considering a certain current situation.
Well, thank you. I've cultivated them to be in this sort of situation. Though it's not the sort of investigation I'd be doing. He looks at Oliver and starts slowly transforming his face into his, and then stops.
Oliver
Shifts back.
kind of tilts his head to the side. Did you just?
I'm sorry? He parrots Oliver's voice back to him.
You're wait. That was
That
first
was
my
first my-
nose and now my voice. What?
yes.
Can you turn into me?
Uh, 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 maybe?
Heavy snoring coming from Dahlia.
Standing and staring. Well, sitting and staring, just for the moment. Waiting for answer.
This isn't a sport, you know. But he slowly morphs his clothes and body into Oliver.
Oh. Oh, there's two of me now.
Yes. I can't play the violin though.
Not going to lie, that's kind of yeah, fair.
I can kind of do that to a limited extent, though it's only an illusion.
So you're a shapeshifter of some kind.
I think we've established that.
Yes. But now we're confirming it.
I like stating the obvious, especially when I'm incredulous.
Aha. I can't mimic the way you speak though.
Maybe unmimic me, please. This is kind of disconcerting.
I mean, if it makes you squeamish.
Not squeamish.
It does help to pass the time, don't you think?
I suppose so.
Gianna's having a poke at your inner organs.
Fair. Very fair.
You know, it'd be really funny if I turned into Gianna.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be funny at all.
You know what
Just
would
giving
be
him
funny?
What?
If we okay. So
Whenever you hear him say "so," it's like a half-baked idea is coming.
So
basically, when someone's like going to sleep, okay, and then they wake up, okay, you transform into them, and she's like, and like, aha, I'm your sleep paralysis demon.
turn into people's sleep paralysis demon. Cast fucking whole person on them while they're asleep.
Like, that's fucked up. That's amazing, but that's fucked up.
It's even more half-baked if you hear him say, "Hear me out."
Okay, hear me out.
I love Graves.
Yes, I will stop Oliver's torment.
It's actually not torment. It's somewhere between like morbid fascination and torment, but not quite torment.
Torment, but not really.
Torment, but not really.
The morbid fascination makes it okay.
I see. Probably shouldn't. Yeah. No, that's no. Yeah. Don't hear me out.
Don't hear me.
God.
Yes.
See, I will. Unless there's anything else, we finish up the fucking hour.
Yes.
Yes, the awkward hour.
Yes. While this wacky craziness stuff is going on,
Oh God!
Well, there's the damage.
there's the damage.
But who's gonna take it?
Now, who's gonna take it?
Walker.
Yes.
Oh shit, Jackson.
Damage exceeds hit points by 191. Instant death. Amazing.
Oh, is it kill the party time?
So, speaking of food, because we're not talking about it,
Wow.
found these really good, found these really good snacks. They're really good.
Amazing segue.
Can I get the name? I'm kind of hungry here.
They're
You're
called Reese's
still
Stick Pies.
hungry?
You fat fuck.
You fat fuck.
Man eats dinner 3 times in a row. I'm hungry.
What is wrong with you, dude? Like,
like a fourth dinner.
going to the bathroom must be horrible for you. Holy
It's
shit!
actually quite.
Literally.
It's not. It's no. It's fine.
It's just a black hole inside of him.
Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
The black hole stomach. We've all seen it.
We've also.
Good.
Bottomless pity.
Anyways, what I was trying to say.
Ah.
While you're all having this totally not awkward moment, or hour, Edmund.
Yes.
You hear inside voice speak once again in Celestial. You it's always a weird sensation when the voice speaks because you can almost like feel as if this is for everyone but Jackson. You can almost feel as if it's coming from far away and then it slowly rises up to a point where you can hold a normal conversation to it with it. So you hear the faint voice speak to you. Where did you learn the language of the gods?
My family is a rather old one in the scheme of things. Oh, never really dealing with them. Someone did their research. I just happened to study what they brought back.
Would you respond to this voice like in your mind or out loud? Just
Internally.
Just in case anyone would be interested in the conversation, but if it's internally, no one can hear it.
Oh yeah, person randomly starts having conversation with self.
Oliver all over again.
John also does.
I mean, to be fair, it also would be in Celestial.
Yes, very fucking true.
Just
So-
holy
just
singing. Just singing, like angelic singing.
Yes.
Damn, I knew
The
we
Gregorian
just were
monk chant.
making a band, but fuck.
Oh, fuck. Yes. So, as you respond, you hear. Does your world have gods?
Edmund's gonna pause for a moment because that is quite the question.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They're inactive at best.
Yeah, that's also me trying to remember Fade lore because Fade lore is very.
So basically,
they
they
just-
just stopped existing for a while.
Yeah.
They-
After the
they-
Age of
they-
Gods, they just gave
They
up.
kind of
Okay.
stopped interacting with the world, I guess you could say.
They just stopped existing.
After Gilgamesh did his thing, the gods were like, okay, now you don't have any privileges anymore.
The
Leaving.
forever vacation.
The forever
Oh.
vacation, yes.
Yeah, but each part of the world has its own age of gods, and they ended at their own times.
The most recent, I believe, was the Greeks, or the Romans.
I think it was the Norse.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
you're
those-
right. Because the Norse one ended in like 1980s.
What?
What?
Yeah,
That doesn't sound right at all.
That
it was like
completely false.
it was like close to modern era because
I believe the
Greeks were like,
medieval
oh, yeah,
time. I
Valkyries
believe like
died.
pre-medieval, but like 10th century. But
Let me double check.
This sounds
That-
like I made it the fuck up.
I don't remember.
But
But to be
I
fair,
believe,
that's
like-
fate.
DM starts panicking on the inside. Oh no, did I set the campaign too early?
I believe like it's the 10th century at the latest.
Anyways, as Oliver, or not Oliver, as Edmund was saying.
To my understanding, they don't really interact anymore. I haven't researched the topic too much, though.
You just hear, huh?
Hmm.
And how do you get your powers? If it's not magical, then do you use the weave around you?
I believe so. Some draw it from a source, others command it around them.
There's a sorry, but going to Fate most mages use prana from the world, like mana in the air around them.
Yes.
Like they have an internal mana that they use for like small stuff, but almost all mages use the prana from the world that they gather into themselves to cast spells.
I was right.
That's fake ghost stuff. Like that has to be.
There's nothing about that in the wiki, but sure.
Sounds like communist propaganda to me, but
Sounds
okay.
like communist
If it's fake go, you can't believe it, and even if it's true. But prana from Gaia is that. My instruction
Well,
over.
and
We
then
just
my,
basically
statement.
hijack the. We basically just hijack the magical air in the world, and use it for our own needs.
Ley line stuff.
To amend my statement, it's mostly drawn from the world around it.
Do you not have priests and those who work miracles?
I believe the closest would be the clergy.
And their strength is not from gods.
God singular, ma'am. Thank you.
It's very confusing in lore as well as out of lore.
The thing is, you're talking to something that's not like from here, so trying to explain she's like, why?
Like
What?
I myself don't really understand the Church's miracles, and I have wiki dive.
I
I'm-
believe it's
wish-
basically just belief.
I'll
It's
say-
so strong that it starts to manifest.
Yeah, it's
I wish I could tell you more, but I haven't interacted too much with the church myself.
Another. Huh. Well, you seem to be the one of your group that understands me the most. Do you or your group have anything to be asked, want? We were never able to properly communicate until that one moment during the interrogation.
What is your name?
I have a note here, just a moment.
Let's
It's
try.
somewhere. Here. You may call me Morwell.
Mind spelling that out? Yeah.
Incelestial.
Insolence.
Thank you.
Ah, yes. You are a town in Australia.
Yes.
Oh.
and you thought it was the naked goddess.
The naked goddess? What?
That Elastraya that's her. She's known
I
for a
see.
lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
just look up any art of Elastraya.
Yeah,
Eladrin? Oh.
Oh no, the
Estrella, the other
Estrella.
drought god.
the
Oh, yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
god.
Estrella.
Yeah.
Unless
If you look
Spanish
up any art, you'll understand.
Yeah,
The
she
dancing, yeah.
Yes.
She's one of the best gods, by the way.
Ah, really?
Fight me.
Nah, nah. Her lore is weak.
I agree.
They're no Tempest.
They are no good gods. Anyways,
But Edmund's going to look over the group while they've kind of just been, I assume, in the same
shooting the
room.
shit. Yes.
Oh, and this is in common, or like you know what I mean.
In common, I mean English.
English.
Look, sorry. When you're dealing with Celestials, a language.
Yes.
So, it seems the person who's been talking to us. It seems. Anyone have any questions for her?
The who?
Wait. What? Hold on. The
The who?
back up a second. The lady that's been talking on our heads.
Yes.
Again, the who?
This is before your times, honey. Just sit down. So what? Like, what does she want? What are the why is she helping us? Why did she hate? Like, well, I don't know. What's going on?
Let's start with why did she help us? That was my question also.
Yeah, here we go. One question at a time.
I'm just gonna make the note. Edmund's basically gonna be wording it the way you guys word it. So I'm just gonna let that be direct conversation.
Yes. So it's just gonna be a one-to-one translation at this point. Okay.
Yeah, just to save time, so I'm not repeating everything.
So you would get the answer. I helped because I saw my people here. I saw my people invading this other world of yours, and I saw it be done the same evil that has caused great problems to mine. I also assume that Edmund is at this point no longer participating in the conversation, simply translating back and forth.
I'll say Edmund will ask his own questions towards that, but it's going to be generally most of his time is going to be spent translating because he has to repeat any sentence 3 times.
Yes. Well, then the conversation now is from Orwell to the group. So
Who are her peoples? Is it the dark elves or the knoll creatures, entities?
all of them.
Oh,
But my people mostly the drow, yes. The dark elves, as you speak.
How did you guys cross over?
I unfortunately am still looking for that answer.
That means I asked the right question.
I saw a portal that was being used and decided to try and interfere. And that's when you found me during that slight incursion of yours against that one poor priest.
she came out of the purple mist.
I was about to ask if she was responsible for the purple mist. Or her people.
Purple mist is something that is common here. It's especially in Drow territory. However, it's not something that has any specific effect, or at least it shouldn't. It may be interacting with your world differently.
I believe it is.
Am I one of?
Well, that was my next question.
So it's Oliver just asking, like,
No, I think Malva. Oh my God, I blanked out. Jackson asked it. I was just out of character saying, "Oh, that was what I was gonna ask next."
okay. So the the topic of conversation then changes to Jackson, and Edmund, you would hear more well say, would you kindly approach the one that speaks? I am not familiar with him.
We'll do so.
And as you approach not Edmund, Jackson, you Edmund, you feel inside of you as if they were like trying to look through your eyes to see. It then answers, "You are certainly not one of my people, but I have seen similarities or even equals in my world."
So I'm not. That makes no sense.
So he's not from the other side. What? Okay, that's my next question. But he's not from where you are, but he's similar to people from where you
Would be correct. I
Okay.
don't think I've ever seen one exactly like him. And
You all
unfortunately, I am not able to use my proper eyesight.
If it helps at all, he will drop the whole disguise.
As he drops the whole disguise, Edmund, you hear, "Oh, yes, a changeling. It's what we would call it."
So I am from the other.
I cannot say that you are. I do not know of your world, but there are some similar to you here.
Next question is, what are you doing here?
I've never met anyone
Actually-
like myself.
Actually, my next question probably be, where is there for her?
Oh, yeah, also.
It's I'm not quite sure what you want to hear from this answer.
So what? Where? Oh, okay. This. How do I phrase this? Are you in heaven? Are you in hell? Are you in purgatory, perhaps? Or are you
Somewhere
just
else
in another?
entirely.
Yes. Well, there shouldn't be anywhere else, but maybe plausible.
I am certainly not in the heavens nor in the hells.
Wait, multiple hells? Oh God.
Are there not 9?
We have 9 circles.
She'll spit out her drink. What? 9 of them?
Hey,
Bullshit.
that just means Dante was right.
Says Gianna, who is the most
Yeah, she would actually.
well-read person of the group.
Will not
Yeah, she
accept
would-
this bullshit.
She would most certainly know what the Dante's the Divine Comedy is.
Yes.
That's
As
just
I roll a
ridiculous.
15, in an Arcana check. Could I know what a changeling is in Irish mythology?
Or Japanese.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Listen.
sure. If they
I
are the
will-
same thing, sure.
Better roll high.
They would have to be yokai that shapeshift. So
Do you believe there's a yokai that is like that?
I,
I will find it.
my Japanese myth isn't that up to date for yokai.
Anyway, continuing with the questioning. Yes, she answers. Yes, there are 9 hells and a couple more heavens as well.
there's more than one heaven too. What the
Yes.
fuck? What about purgatory? Is there more of those, or is there multiple purgatories for each heaven?
I don't think I'm quite familiar with that name.
Purgatory is the in between realm where one castrates people not as bad that go to hell, but go up
Purgatories
to
are
heaven.
relevant in D&D.
But yeah, this is
I think D&D has limbo, the plane of limbo.
That's what.
yeah, that would
There isn't
limbo is nothing like purgatory.
There isn't really a purgatory because there isn't a heaven and a hell, so
No.
it's just a
But-
multitude of things that constitute middle planes.
Yeah,
It's literally just
Gianna is exceptionally
it's
Catholic, so
souls are just
that's
up
how she
for
would know.
grabs, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically limbo, yeah.
So she says there are multiple places that could fit that description. Some more chaotic, some more lawful.
Huh. Oh God.
Your world seems very closed off from the others, since you don't have even knowledge of basic circles of hell.
I mean, there was an interpretation based off of a writer named Dante Alighieri that was his circles of hell based on the 7 cardinal sins, as well as other interpretations of what he deemed to be the worst sins of all. Kind of controversial.
She's probably like, what the fuck is a sin?
Yeah. She just ignores the fact that you just said some otherworldly bullshit to her.
Trying to explain to a god how fucking sin works.
How a sin works, and God is just like, what?
What the fuck?
I mean, it's an actual word
I didn't
outside
know
of the
that.
religious context.
So
Yes. Go on.
where? Okay, then. What are you? Are you like an angel of some kind? Are you like an all-powerful entity? Are you a demon?
I do not know your
Specifications.
vocabulary, and you can assume that I am an angel if you seem reluctant in the word God.
Yeah, angel work.
However, angels would serve me. So take for that what you wish.
Ichika is a firm believer in Shintoism.
Yeah.
Gianna's kind of 404ing right now after that.
Ah, yes, I am Catholic. Catholic. I believe in one God. What the fuck is this talking to me, calling itself a god?
I think the funniest statement is, I wonder if it would make it worse or better for Gianna if Edmund would explain what language was being used to communicate.
Oh wait, you're speaking God? But yes.
Clearly, it's
continue with
fake
your-
God.
Continue with your interrogation.
I myself don't think I'm the most qualified to ask, but does this change anything? This knowledge of what we should do on these islands?
What is it that you should do in these islands?
Deal with these forces coming from, I I suppose, your world?
I am not one for conquest. I do not agree with these invasions. If it could be stopped, I would be glad.
That's why you're helping us, I suppose.
Yes, and also to free my people from influence of another. If she was physically there, she would look at Gianna. Angel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do have one question. You would
Actually,
do you know anything related to like entity that related to spiders would
before I
hold such influence over those?
before I answer your question, I am terribly sorry for my lack of pedigree. What are your names?
Uh,
It feels a little bit like a trap now, but she has been helping us.
Oliver.
she's been helping you. I don't know anything about her. This is the first I've heard about her.
Ichika Himarian, do not worry. Although the church believes only one, my culture believes in millions of kami.
You, since she also is at least some part of her inside of you, Ichika, you feel a warm feeling of understanding.
But unless anyone stops, Edwin would just basically direct and explain of just like each person's name.
Yeah.
Oliver just gave his name, so
Yeah.
he's not too concerned.
I have no idea about Bay rules.
He's unconcerned with all this mumbo jumbo.
Kiana's still processing, so she doesn't stop you.
Gianna is literally blue screen. She would then, well, about your question, Edmund. Yes, the Great Spider Queen is the one that has been tormenting my people. I don't assume that you've ever heard of Loth. And for that one, y'all can roll Arcana
Ooh.
because I
Yeah.
have already
Don't mind if I do.
stated that Loth is a famous demon lord. So yes, Gianna would know. Spider Queen, big old demon lord, uses spider people, and also
What the fuck was that sound?
Yeah, I would consider one of them one of Satan's underlings.
yes,
Yes.
probably,
Be an archdevil.
probably yes. And you would also know that, like you would make the association with the things that attacked you both at the quarry and at the mines. Those six-handed, not six, not six, but four armed little spider people that threw daggers. I don't quite recall their names. God damn it. Wait, I will.
Gibberlings?
Reverse striders.
No, no. I will
The
find
it
it.
started with a C.
Yes, I think it did. It's not NPCs. It's encounters.
Read-ins? No. No, that's definitely not it.
Trade encounters. Where's the quarry? Um, actually, I think just this one would. No, not this one. This one will work. God damn it! I can't fucking find it.
It's something.
Here,
Started with a
teens.
CH.
I was close.
These things. These things.
Yeah.
That you fought.
Oh, lovely.
Are those just failed experiments?
Yes. Those do be. But was that an Oliver question or
That was an Oliver question.
okay, so she would answer. Yes, they were at some point followers of the Spider Queen, but she either decided not to care about them or punish them for whatever reason, and so they became that. And that Dryder that you thought, that one priest that when I first revealed myself to you all, that priest that became part spider, they are called Driders, and
Ah,
that's one of Lolf's most valuable assets. However, even those are just failures. She punishes her failing priests, turning them into Driders. And as you interrupted the ritual, she considered that one a failure. But yes, the Spider Queen is the one that I will attempt to stop, at least for a moment.
is there any information you can give us that would come in handy?
I am slowly learning as you do. However, context for me is different. Whenever you defeat a powerful creature, or whenever you face off against the drow, even as they fight to kill you, I cannot help but feel sorrow for what could have been.
See.
However, that vampire, or if it even is or was a vampire,
Did apostle.
the definition of your people and the concept that I have are a bit different. But yes, that thing was far stronger than I had anticipated any of the incursions to your world being.
So that vampire came from your side of the lagoon.
Yes, you can assume that every drow you meet came from here. At
You
least
mentioned
that's what we expect. But that one, that vampire, it had knowledge of your world. It had experiments in your world. I think that one comes from a time much older than what these recent incursions would explain.
What you're saying is they're not correlated.
I do not believe they are now.
Extra innings.
well,
Yeah,
we
no.
did We did find that elvish ruin. Or that had elvish.
Oh, speaking of, would you happen to know who Neverember is?
I know of one, yes.
Specifically Daggalt?
Ah, he was a proud ruler of a very important city.
Would you happen to know why his tomb is here?
Was.
What? All of you feel it's a cold sensation in your chest. It's almost fear. As she says. What do you mean?
His coffin is where that vampire was.
Or at least very close to it.
That,
Din.
that can't be true.
It's Lord
No,
Protector Daggalt Neverember, Lord Protector of Neverwinter. That's what the translation said. Before you blew it up.
His tomb was in Neverwinter.
not anymore.
Checked if it's missing.
I shall, or at least one of my angels shall.
Can it be missing? Was it copied?
It might have also been translocated because, as we saw, the cave-in was destroyed. I thought it was already built here and underground, but that could, if it was teleported here, that might be a reason why it was caved in as much as it was.
But why did it come here? Teleporting
Maybe
creatures, one thing, a location?
maybe it was brought here by our friend for nefarious purposes.
Well, he didn't have anything magical on him. The air was
Well-
saturated with mana, but
Would it have been his means of translocation?
possibly magic can tend to stay within an area long after a spell casts, so maybe that's just the result of the teleportation, but I don't know.
I am afraid this may mean different things than what you expect.
What were we expecting?
If you expect that this was brought here by someone for some purpose, I am afraid that this is merely a consequence of recent events.
Should we be worried?
Care to explain?
Are our worlds merging?
Is it going to end?
Oliver, I suppose you are in the correct train of thought. To think that our worlds are merging,
Oh no.
That's not good.
but
That's
That's
very
not
not
good.
good.
At all. That's not good at all. Mages Association is going to have a fit. Not only that, the church. Oh God, the church.
If there's any one of them left.
Oh, this could be all out war. Oh no.
pray that it does not come to this.
Oh, it will.
If
You don't know the clergy.
yes, I do not, but I know that our world has yet much trouble to cause, and many creatures and monsters that you would not be prepared to deal with.
Well,
This
if you think that, then you clearly haven't met our clergy, because they are the worst kinds of monsters in this world.
I don't know about
First.
worst, but
Amen to that.
There's much worse among you mages.
I'd beg to differ.
it depends. Perspective and all that.
I was not speaking of character. I was
Oh?
simply referring to proper creatures.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Our world is quite disturbing in the wrong places. But to follow up on the thought, the rituals, the portals, they are weird. They are unnatural. All our magic is natural one way or the other. It comes from the weave, and the weave is our world. To have it break in such catastrophic results as to bring places here, this is far worse than I had anticipated.
Quick question. Gaia's the main like consciousness of the world, right?
The world
If I
is
recall.
used to refer to either the earth, Gaia, or the collective unconsciousness of mankind, Alaya Shiki.
Yeah, but
Okay.
usually those two don't
Yeah.
necessarily cooperate. If I
They
memory serves.
usually don't. They don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have different prerogatives. Gaia wants the world to flourish. Laia wants humanity to flourish, and humanity is not good for the world.
Yeah, sometimes they do dumb things and, Gaia has to correct themselves
By sending tornadoes to kill some people.
by just, doing things.
Yeah, natural disasters.
Yes. As Alaya sends people, Gaia sends the world to beat you up.
And sometimes vampires.
And sometimes, mostly,
True ancestors.
mostly all the time, vampires. But alas,
So
continuing with
how
your train of
would
thought.
those who are is anybody interested in how or this weave she speaks of, it sounds similar to Gaia and Alaya,
Oh,
our two forces.
I'm unfamiliar.
Essentially, it is for a psychological term. Think of it as a collective unconscious. Alaya is the collective humanity, and Gaia is unconsciousness of the world. They try and protect each other.
I see.
And this weave she speaks of, it would be their equivalent of Gaia, I assume. So, what if those two are merging?
What if
Or
they don't
somebody's
like each other?
yes, or someone is forcing those connections. Mm.
You mean like the one you're working on now?
No, this is not quite the same, but the mana I'm drawing from would be from Gaia, or at least the latent energies of around here that I'm doing this with.
I see.
I'm just wondering how our words are merging and what are the consequences.
I don't deign myself to consider the consequences. I couldn't even think of one, but no matter what, I think it's best to stop it.
Yes, at least from a purely physics standpoint, the two things that collide together don't usually play nice with each other.
Especially if the laws of reality of each other are fundamentally different.
Yes. Oh boy.
Oh boy is right.
Our job just got a lot harder. Like exponentially.
How do we undo this?
By killing people causing it, hopefully.
That and also destroying
Yes.
destroying any rituals that could be causing. If it's causing this, it could also just be it could also just be this is the natural end. ending, but I don't think so. But I don't know.
Hmm.
I need to research this.
I have a few questions then. If I may.
Directed to me.
Yes. Um,
Go ahead.
you've been, from what I gather, in their heads for a time.
A couple of days. Yes.
Are you going to be on my head?
I. Hmm. If you were to find another portal, then maybe I could send some essence. However, I am still fighting on my side.
So little time, so much I want to know. Um,
So if there was a portal at the previous island, there might be a portal here as well.
that
What do
is
you
true.
mean by here?
Currently I assume you know what an island is. Right now we're on a chain of islands that we're hopping from by boat in order to exterminate monsters. Well, we would call them demons.
And
Oh,
they are
you would
being,
call them too.
yeah. And are they related to the drow and the gnolls? And I think that
We've
your job is to deal with my people, isn't it?
it's come to seem to be that. Yes.
Starting to seem like that, yes, because that everywhere we've been that has seen that activity, they've had those.
Well, they've been involved. They aren't necessarily what we came to kill.
Well, we don't exactly know what we're
No,
here to kill specifically. We're just here to deal with demon infestation, and so far the only things that have been infesting are, well, the gnolls and the dryads.
it's what we found.
There could be more, but
Could it be that in their attempt to breach your world, they either brought with them these creatures or it was simply a mishap?
They carelessly left the portals open. I wouldn't be surprised.
That would make a lot of sense.
In the Null's
also,
case, it seems a bit more than carelessness.
Yes.
that may also explain how random creatures that may resemble common animals are appearing in biomes that, they aren't supposed to be in and on fucking islands. So they're just
Yes.
opening portals wherever.
You spoke of gnolls and drow in a more organized manner.
Relatively speaking, yes. They seem to be going towards an end goal. We're not sure what it is yet. They're definitely collecting bodies, and they seem to be able to. I
Summon?
don't know what the summon or take the people that are here and transpose them and swap them. I'm not sure exactly, or they're transforming our people into gnolls or something. We don't really know the mechanism of how they're multiplying so quickly.
So they are indeed working together.
Maybe they're switching places.
Hmm.
Possibly.
Send one of us there, send one of theirs here. Equivalent exchange.
But that wouldn't explain how they got here in the first place, and then
Yes.
Well, magic can explain that.
Oh, it'll have to be going on for a long time then.
yeah, there'd have to be a lot of teleportation is no easy feat. It requires a lot of practice.
I don't think this is.
Simple teleportation, no.
Oh, seriously,
I would mention, theoretically, they could have someone from our side working alongside them.
That
I,
could also be
Yes.
true.
I don't think. Oh, it could have been caused by, but I don't think it's being actively controlled by any intelligent creature.
I
If it is the cause of someone from this side or that side, explain why I'm here.
You are an outlier, dear changeling. However, if there is indeed someone in your world that knows of the existence of our world, that means that someone in your world was able to look beyond the veil.
A scary thought.
They were able
I mean-
to look
can I ask an out of
outside
character question?
of your universe, of your world, of your cosmology. Go ahead.
Did we determine in character
Mhm.
that one of the castles on the map wasn't supposed to be there?
Yes.
Oh
That
fuck!
was heavily implied, yes.
Oliver
Right.
asks about it.
Has a castle gone missing?
Has a castle gone missing? Has wait, hold on. I'm gonna phrase this in a very cool fashion. Have you been to Neverwinter? It was Neverwinter, right? Have you been to Neverwinter recently?
No, I live and reside very far from it.
Are you able to scry remotely on Neverwinter?
Yes.
Well, I
Is there a
have been to
castle in
this
Neverwinter?
I have been to this island several times, and never was there a castle near Anomera, the city of Anomera. Uh, could be that it's not a coincidence that Lord Never Ember's coffin resting place is here in Mykonos. It could be that his castle is that castle where it should not be. I'm not sure if I'm making sense.
If a whole castle was missing, I ought to know of it. I will have to investigate further. I did not
Yes.
expect to, while fighting, have to also stop and investigate.
A missing castle, yes. I realize how preposterous that sounds.
Um, it,
Perhaps it. Oh, go ahead.
since we're on the theme of things that shouldn't be there, um, maybe one of you has some input on this. You lot have seen it, right? The things I conjure up.
The
He,
You have
The
to be a little more
uncomfortable things that come out of the
yes,
ground?
those.
Yes.
He minor illusions, some tentacles.
Oh yeah,
Please
that.
put those away.
Is could this be involved in any capacity? Do you think?
So you mean to tell me you're possibly taking magic from
Well, I don't know. The world I came
just
from.
just for my sanity from another this different heaven that's just a different plane of existence that can just oh
Don't think about how preposterous it sounds. It's not from
it
this universe.
it's impossible. It is there's only one universe. I think. Oh
Well,
gods. Oh
clearly
god.
not.
Well, you haven't heard of the multiverse theory?
Is that even
Gianna,
a thing?
Gianna, geocentricity was
Wow.
disproven several hundred years ago. What makes you think?
Oh, multiverse theory came to be in 1895.
Fuck.
What makes you think this is so
No,
far-fetched?
actually, no, not. It had a different meaning back then.
Well, let's stick with geocentricity. You know,
1945. That's it.
yeah.
It's fine.
So he asks the question.
I just because we didn't have all the information.
Exactly. Now we do. and we're the only ones that know.
We don't. No. We just have a fraction of a sliver of a iota of information.
That's why I asked. It's important to know all the actors at play.
Wait. Okay, so hold on. Can I do brief calculations in my head or whatever of the magical energy would, quote unquote, take to move a big ass castle from one place to another?
A lot.
A lot,
More than-
obviously,
No.
but like, can
The
I?
answer is
Are we using the metric system or the American system?
The answer is that that's not something you can do with a 9th level
It's
spell.
more than
Yes,
3.
the answer to Gianna would be this is true magic.
That's oh boy. So
That's a 10th level spell stuff.
That's epic level spells.
Yeah.
what I'm understanding is, okay, let's
So
Let me
true
try-
magic. True magic doesn't really, right? It's like old magic, I guess, like
It's,
Age of the Gods magic.
Not necessarily Age of the Gods. It's more the fact that this is taking power from a different reality / dimension.
Yeah.
This is the kaleidoscope.
Yeah, yeah.
yes. So yeah.
If
So,
you frame it that way, even yes.
she's trying to. Okay, so just to put this on the magnitude of what this implies. Let's say okay, she'll like summon her camera in her hand. This costs magic to do. She just repeatedly does it over. With practice, I
Whoa.
can do this at infinitum. But with
Whoa.
other objects, I take
Yeah.
magic. Now, if I do this and then place it, let's say, back at my home in Italy, that would take a considerable amount more magic of mana, of time and preparation on that sort of scale. And that's just a small camera. I could
Dick's hand in coat, trying to understand.
6 to 7 verses. That's not even including pocket dimensions and things like that. This is moving a giant building. I specialize in transmutation magic where my family has, my father developed ways to make this tower. This is the culmination of our magic, is to make something out of a bunch of small things.
That's conjuration.
Conjuration, sorry. I
My
do it in
brain's
a
not
transmutation level.
working.
He's so pissed
Transmutation
he
is
forgot.
transmutation is changing things. Conjuration is willing them
Making.
into existence.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's
so
so
this
pissed
is
she forgot her school of magic.
Yes.
yeah. This is fundamentally moving it from one location to another that does not, I stress this enough, does not or should not exist. Not to make light of saying that you don't exist or this is all a fever dream, but to transpose something that we didn't even know existed of that size and magnitude into here.
There is a way.
No, there is not.
Picture this.
Not any way that we as mages of this
No, I
time
don't.
frame cannot do.
I
This is
don't believe so. But think about this. What if instead of the castle being translocated, the space
It's a merge.
Space around it clipped with the space where nothing was here. I don't
It
know.
What you're
intersects.
saying is two
Just
places are
precision.
occupying the same space.
I'm
That's-
saying maybe
Oh.
say you are a universe and I am a universe. If you had a bit of dirt in your fingers and you touched me, it would, well, rub off onto me. This is making sense.
Yeah, this is. I think what you're trying to say is, well, Oliver, you're the only one who can see this, but she'll hold out her hand, and Gabrielle at the same time will link her hand with hers.
Yes.
Right now,
yes, that.
Gabriella is. Well, you can't see it. Gabriella and I are existing in the same position,
Fuck.
technically.
You're overlapping.
Because you're
Yes.
not both objects. Because it's not two objects existing in the same space. It's two spaces existing in the same, well,
Okay, this
space.
if I
This is
can,
a byproduct
if I
of.
can,
Guys,
Sorry.
please stop. You're hurting my brain.
Yes.
it's hurting my brain, and
This
this
is
I
basically just.
trained in this.
This is
I feel
basically
like
just a
think so.
byproduct of two worlds intersecting. It just so happens that that protuberance over there with the castle happened to manifest here. Chances are that something from our world has manifested over there.
And is it?
That would be an
is it-
international incident, though.
Well, how much has it been? Is it limited to places and creatures? I know how to test
70%.
this. I know how to test this.
70% of our world is covered in ocean. It could just have been part of the ocean. Who
The
knows?
ocean floor. Yes, I know how to test the thing. I need to test this. God, lady,
What?
She's not. She's.
Some god.
mm.
It's
Lowercase
Me,
g.
Just your boy.
Lowercase g that.
Yeah.
Cannot stress enough the lowercase g you need right now.
What was her name again?
Morwell.
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 I should write that down.
Right,
Yes.
Lady, Morwell, would you care to experiment on something with me?
My strength is reduced in this state. However, Mr. Edmund's body seemed to accept this connection a bit better. What
Right.
that you require?
This Loth character, this God, you dislike her, correct?
She has been causing trouble to my people, yes.
Would it be a stretch to say you want her dead?
That would not be a stretch, that would be simply impossible.
How so?
For you see, Loth has one of the most prevalent religions and cult followings. Even if I were to possibly end her, the belief, the faith would simply bring her back.
Right, but I'm not saying can you do it, I'm saying do you want to?
The balance cannot be disturbed.
Okay, this is not gonna work.
If I were to wish her dead, go on with your explanation.
I have a thing. I do not know where it stems from, but I have reason to believe it is fundamentally rooted in this universe's laws. If it worked on you, maybe we only have evidence of creatures and places being merged over, merging. I'm saying, what if the fundamental laws are merging? That's what I wanted to test out.
And what do you wish to test?
I want
Wait
to
a minute.
test if you could sign a contract with me to kill something or someone.
How exactly does that work?
She's also in the same wavelength as Gianna. Do you wish
Isn't
me
that
to sign a contract? I am physically incapable of doing so.
It doesn't have anything to do with the physical, merely with Gianna, you've seen this, right?
Well, I haven't seen it. You just said it worked. I haven't seen anything exact proof of it.
You fuck. You're not
But
helping
yes,
me.
we have verbally signed a contract to where you
And
dispatch.
and the name has since appeared on my list.
Isn't that a you thing then?
No, I haven't scribbled it on here.
No.
It scribbled itself, in
If,
fact.
no, but if it relates to you, then why would I don't follow. Sorry.
I've gotten this from my master, and he was from this world, and so I've reason to believe that this contract thing is linked to this world's laws of reality. And so
It's a magic thing.
right. And if it can interact with a goddess from another reality, well, then that would imply that more than just.
Wouldn't that just imply that because they're here it works?
I don't know. I don't know.
What?
She did say her power is diminished. Can you cast any spells?
Wait,
See what I
hold
mean?
on.
See what I mean?
One second. Hold on. Miss, you said you were a god. Are there more of them like you? Are there multitude of gods? Is there a pantheon?
Well, there's Lolth.
Lolth is a god.
Lolth is she's a god? What?
She is a god in the sense that the faith of her followers gives her divine strength. But she's also a demon lord in the sense that she was cast down from the pantheon.
Well, there you have it.
So there is a pantheon.
But do not treat me as a god. I am.
No, I'm less concerned about religious thing. I'll repent for my sins later after I figure out what the fuck's going on. So, this pantheon of yours, how many gods are there? Dare I say, are there multiple pantheons?
Yes.
There's multiple in our world too.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yes. I am only.
How prevalent is magic in your world?
It permeates everything.
How powerful are the mages within your world?
Some of the strongest are able to alter reality to their wish.
Define alter reality to their wish.
Some would simply say, I wish to be rich and fortune would fall upon them. Some could travel.
Could they manipulate time?
Yes. That is.
Oh.
It's a loose thing. Wish.
They're still in the age of gods.
We do have lots of gods, yes.
And their world is combining with ours.
This is not
God.
good.
Oh God.
Did you go past the age of God?
Oh no.
They are no longer relevant in our world.
I've heard some people call it the Age of Man, I suppose.
It's the magic is not even as strong as it is in, because
The
oh God,
concentration in the world is lower.
Yes.
You know that one meme of the skeleton just with both hands in front of his mouth, just as concern?
Yeah.
This is more
The
of a
reason
record.
why the reason why we are spending so much time on this island is because of how odd it is to see so many creatures of this kind.
Yes.
Normally, they are hidden out in small, distant parts of the world outside of human reach.
Well, these creatures are as natural as dogs and cats.
Oh God.
They permeate our world.
Morwell can't cast any spells or do magic here, but she can act through us. I
Yes.
suspect that the longer that this goes on, the more influence she's going to have here.
I expect the same.
However,
That goes in the reverse, though.
yes, we could probably draw energy from their world as well.
No, as in they're higher. They have a higher power in that level, don't they? Won't they be able to put more influence upon things as things go by?
If
Well, it's-
if we prayed to them, no offense, I'm not doing that, but I,
I could try.
I mean, I
No.
imagine we would have to be actually faithful followers.
I mean, there's no evidence they're actually drawing power from the other side.
Oh,
we can manifest powers. That's the problem. She has given us gifts.
But are they fueled by energy from this side? That's what I wanted to test out, mind you.
I don't
that I
know.
wouldn't think that mattered.
I mean, it
We saw
certainly
them.
does.
We saw them utilize quite powerful spells in our fights. So
I mean, if I think it certainly matters. If places and people are being exchanged, do you think things would remain the same if this weave was to start permeating our world?
No, that's the problem. If they're still in the age of gods, then if that mixes with our world, then true
What-
magic is obtainable again.
Oliver's
That's the
eyes
big
light up.
deal.
Oliver's eyes light up like Christmas right now.
no,
You fucking.
that's
No,
What is this
That's
true
terrifying.
magic that you speak of?
it's where we have access to the root, the core of all magic.
well,
Whatever.
well. Sorry again, but true magic is
Go ahead.
true magic is unique even among the magic related to the Age of the Gods.
Yeah.
It's in some instances it's beyond that. It's just Magecraft of the Age of the Gods is just so much more powerful than Magecraft nowadays. But true magic is unique. You can't replicate. You can do things similar to true magic with Magecraft of the Age of the Gods, but you cannot replicate it fully.
But it may lead. It may
If
lead
If it opens a
to.
path to the root, more people can get
Yes.
true magic. Yes.
Or they can get power similar or relative to.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, Gianna would know this. I don't. So thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, it's a small thing. True magic
Yeah.
never comes up in anything relevant.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hypothetical scenario. Hypothetical scenario. What if the two worlds were allowed to fully merge? What would happen then?
Well, despite the displacement problems,
All humans on our side die.
possibly,
No.
or we may gain access to magic that has not been seen in literal millennia.
Well,
However,
But then-
wouldn't Gaia object?
Quite heavily, I'd assume.
here's another reference
might-
point for you mages. Do you remember in Fate Go Babylon, where you go into the Age of the Gods and the main character would die if they didn't have that mage suit?
True.
All of humanity would die if they didn't. They would be suffocated by the mana.
Yep.
Which is
They're so far separated from magic that they would simply die.
that's one of the things. That's one of the reasons why, like, one of the many effects from Kane, because he simulated the effects of when he was alive in his noble phantasm.
Wait. The notion that they die is common knowledge, correct?
It'd be like mana suffocation, I guess.
Right, that they'd suffocate.
Yes.
Is that so? My next question is: we've seen humans get, I don't know, transferred there, killed. We don't know. We do know they
God.
probably weren't mages. What if
If I may, it could be.
we
it
were
might,
to be?
it might be that their universe, their magic and stuff functions differently from how we use magic.
Possibly. Because
Rather
if
than
it's
What I'm
sorry,
saying is,
I mean to say you guys, because I don't do magic.
We cough cough.
we asterisk.
but that's
But do you get what I'm saying, though?
possibly, but in the case of Gaia would object because technically it would be the end of the world, but at the same time, it may also want that because this weave, it may just be a different splintering of Gaia, and it's just trying to connect back with itself to make itself more powerful.
Then
could-
Alaya
would-
would object. Alaya would
And that-
object for sure, but not
and
Gaia.
that
I'm
means-
not sure.
That's also bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yes.
Alaya would just literally nuke everything involved.
But we could get a lot of answers from that. The rituals the Knolls carried out seem to be quite simple. If we are able to survive assuming that they died not because of the
Whoa.
ritual, because of mana suffocation. If
Whoa,
we
hold
were
up.
to be, if we were to be the ones transported, there is a non-zero chance we'd survive and end up on the other side.
No, it's regular mages. Regular mages would also suffocate from the mana.
Not necessarily. They could be operating on different rules. We don't know. That's the problem. I mean, we were within the tomb. That how the magic was in there. Was it suffocating?
No.
It didn't
was-
suffocate me.
No,
No,
it
but
wasn't
it's
suffocating,
also
no.
it's also an isolated event because technically it could have just, like how air distributes over time. It could just have diluted by the time it got there.
You mean the mist?
No, the tomb.
The tomb.
When they walked into the tomb, they felt you were there. You and
Ah.
Jana felt differently, but it was more that like the air was heavy than full-on suffocation.
Yeah, but
yes,
it could also have just
theory is
It could.
possible.
dissipated over time.
We
But-
don't have a way of telling for sure.
No, not unless something was transported here and then we are immediately there. Or we know the rate of how mana moves.
Well, you do know the
Ah.
saying, the difference between fucking around and science is writing shit down.
She flicks her hand and a notebook appears.
It's fucking true.
We don't have the means to conduct the ritual yet. But
Yet.
we could.
Soon. I don't even I honestly don't even want to attempt that because that could just mean that we're making more connections when we should be separating them.
It could also give us the answers we need to separate it fully.
Good, but it also
There are
that's the-
separations we could never reach. At the bottom of the ocean?
Gianna, I'm surprised you're reacting this way when just
Look-
moments ago you were concerned over my erasing Lord Neverember's name from his tomb. Aren't you curious at all to what this has to
I-
offer us?
Listen.
Yes.
Listen, this is
It offered death.
this has nothing to do with my curiosity. God, I want to know. I want to know everything. This is the discovery of a lifetime. I've said that twice today, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. But It's dangerous. That is. We are messing with powers that we legitimately, 100%, do not understand. This
All
is like
interesting
playing
things are
God.
dangerous.
Most
No, there's a
research is
difference.
dangerous.
Yeah, but there's a difference between messing with chemical weapons for warfare and messing with something like, oh, I don't know, going up past the atmosphere. We don't know what's out there.
Yeah,
We
potato.
aren't
potato.
we aren't necessarily messing with it. It's just being messed
That's
with,
what
and we're
experimenting
profiting from
is.
it.
It's messing with
Don't
it.
don't we do know what's out in the past atmosphere though? Like there's the moon, and
Not
stars.
really. There could be an infinite
planets.
expanse for all we know, but
When was the
we can
ether thing debunked again?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I don't know.
The
I know the
hold on.
space. I know the space race was until the '60s. Right now, we're just kind of speculating about what's out there.
Yeah.
The you don't know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Fuck. The I'm gonna find this.
Theory.
The
So,
never mind. Go on. I'll
Shit,
find it
what
eventually.
else?
what I'd say on the topic is we should not mess with powers like that.
No.
And
It
Well, the
has
thing is,
greater
we aren't
consequences
messing with
than
them. They're messing with us. We should
No.
observe them while they are.
no, we should kill them while we can. Well, before they do much else.
And what about the ones we can't reach?
Uh, others will take action.
We
Well, that's-
actually are
No,
at a
no.
we are at a unique advantage. They think they're doing things without our knowledge, and that now we know exactly what they're doing, a fraction of what they're doing. We have a very good idea of what they're doing. We
I-
learn
We
how we
are.
could turn this around.
We've been the most successful group, I think, from what we've heard of the others to come to do that. But there are
Possibly.
bound to be others who know and of such
But
oddities and are dealing with them.
I mean,
his,
I imagine if we informed the clergy about these sort of
No.
things, they would crack down on it.
They would invade the other side immediately.
No.
We do not, under any circumstances, tell this to anyone. If this gets out, that there is a quite legitimate a portal to the age of the gods, no one will stop. It'll just be what they're doing, trying to get to us. It'll just be the opposite.
The church would kill everyone involved. They do what we're doing.
And the mages would 100% try and get through. It would be a civil war on our side.
So at this point, you would hear yawn, and Dahlia asks, what are you talking about? You are being
Shit.
loud.
Nothing.
Go to sleep. Go.
Yeah.
I hesitate to ask if I can try to choke her out.
I,
Go to sleep. Go to
What-
sleep. Go to sleep.
I myself think all the things that needed to be said have been said, so I myself will go to rest for the night, I think.
Well, we
Yeah,
haven't even summoned the tower for the night, so
That's taken
Yes.
an hour at the very least.
Can we
I
talk
assume
to
this
her
convers-
again
Well,
in
What
the
do you
future? In the future?
Oh.
Edmund can just speak Celestial, and she'll be like, "Oh, what?"
Good. I was worried this would be like a window time type thing where we can only talk to her in certain time frames.
There's
I was
no-
surprised we got that much out of her.
perhaps we should table this for now, and then maybe discuss it when we're occupied with two people.
After killing some more of those things, yes.
We should take a
Yes,
hike
let's-
into the woods. Maybe it will help us.
We're already in the woods.
Dahlia is just like, you know, when you're just waking up and you're rubbing your eyes, you can't really see shit. She's just like,
Mhm.
why are we going to the woods?
We're in the woods. We're not.
Go back to bed.
Edmund.
I wouldn't worry about it. Just got an interesting line of chatter, but nothing too important.
rubs eyes. Well, are we staying here?
I'm. Well, can we say this is about time?
Just know that didn't take an hour.
No, this took way longer than an hour, but it
Yeah.
isn't nighttime just yet.
With all of the fucking
Yeah.
pacing back and forth that
Yeah.
Gianna did.
There's now a groove
Also,
in the fucking.
I would make a note. Consider this in universe. Every time someone responded, Edmund had to take time to translate.
Also,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
the conversation was twice as long.
Yeah. So yeah, she'll, as she finishes that, Oliver, you'll feel suddenly
Ding.
inspired as she removes her hand. There's a brief jolt of pain as you feel your circuits rearrange once more,
Ow!
and then it's done. You can now cast Gianna's Twin Tower
Yes.
until your next long rest.
Dahlia
So
just like
that's-
Well,
finishes,
this long
opens
rest.
her eyes, looks at you, looks at Gianna, touching a shirtless Oliver. What did I wake up into?
So that's how it's done.
Yes, that's that's
Dahlia
yeah.
immediately blushes.
You just see Gianna just kind of lean up against the wall, just like staring up at the ceiling.
Later that night, Gianna and Jackson arguing and pointing fingers at each other again.
Oliver turns to Gianna. I think I understand
To you,
why this
Oliver.
is your. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think I understand why this is so important to your family. I mean, I understood before, but now I understand. This is very complex magic.
Yeah, you
Very
see,
potent magic.
You see as if like an infinite amount of blueprints showed up in your mind at the same time. Multiple configurations of different rooms separated by a thin corridor with a trapdoor or ladder. Bathtubs. You see praying altars. You see beds. You see all possible things that you could put inside the spell just suddenly burst into your mind as possibilities that you could conjure up.
Oliver like closes his eyes. Whoa.
That's a lot, isn't it?
But you
Unlimited by your
immediately-
imagination.
you-
I think I'm gonna stick to basics, at least for the first time.
You also
That would probably-
immediately start to feel the knowledge fading. Like the
Ugh.
infinite possibilities start to become less infinite.
Ah, yes, me coming out of calculus class.
Mind fog. Oh, they're going from me. Okay, so I'm going to
It'll
Stop talking.
it'll slowly fade over time. It's especially when you sleep, the mind will just your magical circuits will reset. It's technically like a foreign entity to you, so your body will naturally try and expel it over time, but it shouldn't detach itself until you sleep. Or after you
Oliver-
entity.
Oliver doesn't waste any time and he pulls out his he materializes his violin, which he is his spellcasting focus.
Mhm.
And he uses the other hand to perform whatever somatic components are necessary. And from the ashes of the old tower erupts a new tower.
So you're just like replacing the same tower with the exact same tower.
With the exact same
Technically-
tower.
Technically,
Different
you
on the
can do
inside
that,
though.
yeah.
Or would you cast it on the same tower?
Yeah,
Like,
as soon as
if
it
you can-
fades, it replaces. Yeah.
How does
Wait,
the
no.
tower fade, by the way, just out of curiosity?
For hers, it would be the parts just start crumbling, and instead of like being bricks, they become the objects that they, duplicate it from. So the
Okay.
mortar would turn into like little stones, and the silver would turn back into her rings and whatnot.
Oliver basically just takes all of the base components and just as the spell is starting to kind of collapse on itself, Oliver just actually like gives it a jump start and restarts the magic, and the tower just begins to form out of, like I said, the ashes of the old one. And he just starts to form it, except this one's gonna have a fucking bathroom so he can take a bath.
Nice. I just realized I had muted my opera. And so the music was just not playing. I was like, why the fuck is the music not playing? Okay, now I understand. So you would have then taken the rest of the evening and cast the tower again. As you do, you would hear a voice approach because
Oh
there's
God.
a body related to voice.
Not another fucking voice.
You would just hear a voice approach. Well, it seems that another one of you can also produce buildings, eh?
Who the hell are you?
Oh, it's fucking. It's.
Ah,
Look us back. A little bit of something of a trade. I'm teaching him how to do it.
Well then, how was your day?
Oh, just happened to ran into that thing you said to run from.
It's
Dead
dead.
now.
It's dead.
properly this time.
You mean to tell me that you met a dead apostle and it's gone?
Yes.
It turned
Yes.
into a mist, and then hit it with holy magic, and it dissipated.
It took quite literally everything we had, but
Yes.
we barely survived.
Well, not everything. We're alive.
You just hear clapping as he starts to clap. Well, I suppose that is quite good in it. I did not expect one to be another one, and two to you to all be alive.
Wait, there's
Oh,
no.
thanks for the vote of confidence.
It's not confidence, love. It's my job. I know what I am dealing with. The fact that you all were able to do it is quite remarkable,
It was sheer dumb luck.
I presume. And he points at. He points. Ha! He just says, "And who would you be, love?" And Natalie just, why is there a voice speaking to you?
He's shy.
It's a bit of a long story. From the church, you happen to know who the invisible killer is?
You just watch as she does the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. The symbol of doing the cross in front of her forehead. And he just laughs. Oh, sorry, you weren't here when I introduced myself. Yes, that would be me. That would be Tanner Walker at your service. And she just takes a step back.
It's a bit of a lot, isn't it?
Yes, I didn't know that there would be another church member here. And you see that she is clearly the word escaped me in the middle of the sentence.
Intimidated?
Not really intimidated, but she is she has become immediately extremely shy to the point of like, I do not interact with other church people. And he just smirks and says, "There's no need to worry, I don't bite."
Just shoots you if you get too close, that's all.
That would be true, yes.
Oh, I suppose he's right. He doesn't bite, he just shoots you.
At that point, she is like completely behind Edmund. he then stops with his clapping. Well, do you have any more information that you would like to share? Why did I become Russian? Perhaps know
well-
what the whole shtick was?
They didn't properly demonstrate it, at least not as far as the capacity that we were able to see. Of course, there was a little bit of panic. They didn't demonstrate any, dare I say, specialty. They seemed to largely just be focusing on bolstering their forces and creating an...
Then perhaps not a true dead apostle, but
Oh, just a
something
copycat. Wonderful.
close to it. Yeah. Well, it is quite formidable nonetheless. Then did you actually, weren't you just on that church with the glass roof? Where,
That was the one you told us to go to,
where was it?
in the basement.
The basement was just a small room.
They dug...
Apparently they dug it out.
Yes, they
Quite
They
few
made a little
reservations.
space.
That,
They like to use those undead they created to dig it out.
I see. So perhaps I was mistaken in thinking that it was over when I left.
I mean, it's since ceased to exist, but yes.
That is true. I will let my higher-ups know of this. Well, you brought me good news, I bring you good news back.
Okay.
Since you had joined in the dead hunting part of my job, I decided to, since I wasn't getting much further into the castle anyways, I decided to follow no patrol, that rhymes, to see wherever they were going. And surprise, surprise, they were going from the castle to a certain outpost they built. Which leads me to believe that our jobs are indeed intertwined.
When you say castle, which one are you
the big
alluding to?
one in the middle, yes.
Ah. And where's this outpost?
It's not that far from here. It's a bit north.
Oh,
Oh!
Let me get the map. Let me share the map.
oh, I suppose we have our work cut out for us.
We are not doing that tonight.
No.
It would be.
The airport's still the wrong way.
Shut up! Shut your goddamn mouth!
My immersion is broken.
My immersion.
You shut your slut mouth.
It would be right there.
Right.
Let me just make a little.
If you don't mind my asking, what is this orange spot?
What orange? Oh, this
It's
is
the
just,
desert.
It's a small piece of desert. It's
Okay.
just weird.
It's also come from the other world.
Yes. It's elevation. It's just one place that is a little bit higher than
It's
the
like it's a plateau.
yeah. But yes, it would be right there.
Okay.
They seem to have a big thing in a cage in there.
What kind of a big thing?
I, you know the perks of this job that I have. I love it when that happens. I simply walked in there and looked at it. It seemed like a lion, but bigger and with 3 heads. One of them a goat, the other dragon.
So fucking.
That's a
chimera.
chimera.
Yes, I scarcely believed it myself, since, you know, that's a thing from myths and stuff, not from our time. But they do seem to have one.
Interesting.
Weird.
Cool.
They also are heavily guarding it for some reason.
Like,
Lots of
likely they can't control it properly.
yeah, it's in a cage, and there's one absolutely wild gnoll that just pokes at it with a whip.
Oh, that's good to know. Probably wants to get out and doesn't like the gnolls very much.
Sounds
He didn't
like a-
seem too bothered. But
Hmm.
who knows? I surely not going to mess with that. That is your job. I am not interfering.
I want to mess with it.
Then how? A question. The thing that we discussed, doing the church job, for you, and you mentioned there was kind of a because there was dead apostle there. May I be too bold to assume that we may be getting extra?
Oh,
Sir?
I mean, I could possibly ask the church, since the church knows that I am here to fight one, and precisely one, dead apostle that has taken control over the land. I don't see any issue in asking them for recompense for simply dealing with another that happened to be here, and just saying that it was my doing, since, you know, if I say that I have any help, they will probably, you know, send some
Fire.
executor to murder me. If they can. Do you have any special thing that you would have any interest that could be arranged from the church? Since you already
Looks
did half my job for me.
looks to
Right.
Oliver, who said who needed a reliquary.
He never said he needed to have a career.
Nah, he didn't. That was just me being dumb. Oliver does mention, well, I do require a specific component for a spell that I've been working on. I don't know if you'd be able to procure one.
That would depend on the spell. I don't think any of the more magey spells the church would agree.
It requires, God, what's another word for reliquary? Because I don't think that's in Oliver's vocabulary.
Holy artifact.
Relic.
Fancy box.
Relic.
Let's.
Synonym for reliquary.
Maybe like a statuette, I guess?
Sure.
Question mark?
A relic? Huh?
A crucifix.
Crucifix?
That's blasphemy.
That's a relic, not a reliquary.
Yeah, what the hell's a reliquary?
Google says reliquary. That's what synonyms.
It's literally a fancy box.
A baptismal font. A feretory. A delibrum. Sarcophagus. Crucifix monstrance. A baptismal font. A casket. Altar stone and an archive.
Just
Do you
ask for
have
a holy
any-
artifact.
Do you have any? Yeah, a holy artifact or, something, or perhaps something of value that the church confiscated from heretics.
Reliquary is just means a container for holy relics.
Yes,
Oh,
well, maybe
oh.
not holy to the clergy, but
A lot,
perhaps
a fancy box.
a what now?
A fancy box.
Fancy box, yes.
A fancy box or a statuette of Athena, or I don't know, whatever the hell it is that you guys confiscate these days.
Worth a lot of money.
Yes, that.
If it is a spell component, I would think it would be better if you told me at least price price range that you needed.
By
500,000 because 2 extra zeros.
500 grand, 50 grand.
50,000.
How much is
50,000.
GP in real world?
One GP is $100.
Yeah, extra
Holy
zeros.
shit!
Oh, $50,000.
50K, yeah.
$50,000. He says, like looking to the side, very, very embarrassed that he's
How
asking.
much is that corrected for inflation? Hold on.
Let's not consider inflation and break ourselves.
That doesn't exist. This is a perfect world where inflation does not exist.
Yeah, fuck inflation.
I don't want to go down in value.
Yes.
This is a
Yeah,
perfect
but
world
Oliver-
where
Oliver,
economy,
like-
where the economy is perfect.
Yes.
When you ask him, when he asks him for the cost, Oliver just kind of like almost shrinks, shrinks back, and he's like, "By $50,000." And then he just kind of like looks to the side, like,
Holy shit!
You just see like out of nowhere just a puff of smoke like from where he is. Just like you know that typical drag sound of when someone is doing the big drag on the cigar.
Holy shit!
Do you truly think me a fool?
"No,
To ask me for the money that would simply buy this whole country.
wait, this country's worth $50,000.
This country, this island.
This island is worth $50,000."
He's looking down on it a bit, I think.
Maybe an
That-
exaggeration, but that's not
It
a
is
unfair
that is quite the
exaggeration.
amount of money.
You could buy like a small dessert of that in Mr. Beast style for that much.
You all need to understand that this is.
It's still a small fortune.
1, nothing. 2, this is a small fortune. 3, this is 1930s.
4, we all almost died trying to do this.
It has an airport.
It is almost $1 million
It's almost
And
$1
now
million.
in
Jesus.
now monies.
That's why I
Well,
like to,
Oliver,
that's why I like to go ignore inflation and just say it's worth 50,000 in our money.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Oliver will try a persuasion check, and it's gonna go horribly awry, but here it goes. Well, I don't think you a fool, but why don't you think of it as an investment towards our future? Oh my god, words escape me now. Towards our future cooperation. There we have it. Here you are. Persuasion. Enjoy that. It's gonna go horrible. Yep, there it is.
Gain
Hey, get an inspiration.
Alright, yeah. He's not pushing the issue further. He doesn't want to get shot.
I'm sorry, love, but that is. You need to understand that that is not something that I would ask even for my main job. And even if my main job was to deal with 2 of them.
Say no more.
Just another puff of smoke.
Say no more.
Okay,
of
so
money.
something that is less than that we need.
A tank?
Shotgun shells.
How about
Dynamite?
Shells.
I'm
How about-
serious. We
how
need
about- how
shotgun
about-
shells.
How about a diamond useful?
Hear me out.
Oh
We get a
god,
tank.
here it comes.
We buy ourselves a magic tank.
Those
Solve
don't
all the problems.
Those don't exist.
They don't exist yet.
They just exist in Avernus, which we may have access to in the future, question mark.
Oh god.
I'm just saying, it seems like a pretty smart idea. If we're going up against like super
How-
vampires,
How are we going to move it? How are we going to move it? Tanks of this era were not great.
I really need shotgun shells though. Like, please.
Yeah, Oliver's just quiet now. He feels embarrassed.
I mean, we could also just ask for a boat. Like a big boat.
How much does a big boat cost on GP? It's probably more than 500.
Actually, not really, because
You could buy a rowboat for like.
Do we want a
stinky
fucking
sock.
rowboat?
It's better
Really?
than no boat.
I mean, Graves said he wanted a big boat.
we want
I
a
like those.
decent sized boat so that we can A, cast my tower on, and B,
Listen, we just get the warship Yamato.
It could be a big rowboat.
a big rowboat would not fit my.
A very big rowboat.
How about we just ask for money for right now?
Yeah, money's always. Money's always.
Shotgun shells are probably a really good idea, though.
Also that.
Magic shotgun shells.
Also,
Cheer
someone
nuts.
saying something about a diamond.
Well, that costs 300 GP, so that I rescind that. It would not.
I mean, if you consider in what your level range is, it's not out there.
Let's see how much does a
You could ask
shotgun
for,
shell.
like, a uncommon magic item as well.
Like an amulet of the devout, or
A cloak of billowing.
Or a Rod of the Pact Keeper.
yeah, one of you guys, one of you magic folks could get a +1 to stuff.
I
And that
wonder-
actually, that would be really good for me, though. That would be really good for me, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't make much use of a Rod of the Pact Keeper outside of getting the extra spell slot. Most of my spells don't require saving throws, so maybe you.
An amulet of the devout, though, one extra
Yeah,
chance of
that's-
divinity.
That's like free proficiency for me. That's amazing. Actually, that's a free spell slot for me else as well.
So, let's see. I'm gonna go through these and just sound
I
off what
say-
looks interesting. Ooh, an Arcane Grimoire for you.
Actually, Arcane Grimoire wouldn't work for me because I don't have Arcane Recovery.
Well, it would just be a +1 to the DCs and spells.
We could
Yeah,
get
I
a
mean,
bag of.
I could get the Amulet of the Devout, and it would affect both my Wizard and Cleric spells. So
We could get a bag of holding, a barrier tattoo.
We already have a bag of holding.
We do?
I do.
Well, news to me. We could get a broom of flying. Hello.
Ooh,
Eh.
that's cool.
that would be too flashy.
Yeah,
True.
You were asking of the church.
Something that
Yeah, we
churches
have-
have.
So Amulet of Devout is definitely one.
I don't know. It sounds like they would have plenty of brooms of flying from murdering all the witches.
From murdering
Yeah.
all the witches.
Cloak of
That's-
Protection is a thing.
Cloak of Protection would be pretty good.
The barrier tattoo would be good for anybody who doesn't use armor.
If,
Demon
Uh,
armor.
Tattoos would be really difficult to.
if you want, you can.
Gauntlets of
decide
Ogre
this-
Power.
You can decide this off game and just say that you spoke to him.
Yeah,
Okay.
that seems like a off
Ooh,
out
ooh.
of the game thing.
Yeah,
Shotgun
that might
shells
be
in
better.
the 1930s were. I can't read that number. Fuck.
Here, post it. I could probably read it.
Never mind. It's not a price tag. Fuck.
My man was just zooming in on an old picture.
Yes.
Maybe a moon sickle for Edmund.
Yes.
I will make the note. If that gives a +1 to spellcasting,
It does.
I've already got that.
already
Hey.
solid.
It's not like you can't stack that.
Technically, yeah.
I mean, depends on if the item becomes your spellcasting focus. then-
Ooh, a Pearl of Power. Those
Well,
are
it
nice.
depends on the wording. Like if it's a cast through or as long as you're attuned.
Mhm. Anyways, that can be decided off game.
Okay, so
Yeah.
in the 50s, because I couldn't find anything about the 30s, it was like $3.50 for like 25 rounds.
Oh, it's just about binding. It's just
Yeah.
about binding a person to sell them here.
Yep.
I-
I never said that they would be expensive, only that they would be hard to find.
I
need
couldn't
like one
find
of the bigger islands is what
place,
you'd want to get
honestly.
to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably why it'd be a good idea to ask Walker, because A, he has a gun, so he would know people.
You could ask him, I guess, pay him and see if he can buy it for you. Not letting Nick show up.
That's a fair point as well.
Hmm.
Anyways, the question to Walter will come later.
Hmm.
Anything else?
I
don't
want him
think
to
so.
leave as fast as possible, so no.
I think that's fine.
Since it is like middle of the night, we would just say, well, I will see what I can do with my superiors. Once again, congratulations on your first dead apostle execution or exorcism. Both words work. And if you need me, I'll be in town, but you may just call upon me and I will make my way over. However, I think that I may be getting close to finally breaching said castle, and I do expect to do that quite soon.
Let us know before you fully breach it, and we might be able to help.
Oh, I'm doing all of this because I want your help.
Fair enough.
However, if you wish to deal with said gnolls, Godspeed.
Awesome. Thank you.
He will. Damn it. Why did I make him always invisible? I'm always trying to describe what he's doing. Puffs another smoke, and he says, Church girl, there's no need to be afraid. I was also unaware that there would be another church member here. I will discuss with our superiors. You arrived with them? You were... Where did you come from? And Dahlia would just shyly steps away from Edmund, from behind Edmund. They found me with the dead apostle. I was being held captive there for very minutes. And he just... Oh, I'm quite sorry that that's came to me. Well, this will be a learning point for future incursions to look underground more and try to scan for people as well as not only dead apostles. Well, I assume that if you are with them you would be safe. If you need anything or a ride out of here, let me know. Or at least let them know and they will let me know. But for now, I need a well-deserved rest for doing my amazing job of watching a castle. And you just see the puffs of smoke going away.
Ditto.
As the smokes are no longer visible, especially during nighttime, Dahlia just like heavy sighs, almost as if she was holding her breath this whole time.
Let's get inside, shall we?
I think that's a good idea.
Once
Yeah,
inside,
that would be preferred.
once they're inside and the door's closed and he's sure there's nobody watching, Jackson does the same thing as Dahlia. Fucking cockney
Mm-hmm.
Fucking cockney
Yeah.
bastard.
John is just gonna lie down somewhere.
He's lucky he's invisible, he is.
Oliver's gonna go take a bath.
That's fair. I'll do that. There's another bathroom. I'm going in the other one.
Well, as you take your time to sleep, this time properly, Dahlia will finally go one level lower in her exhaustion.
Hooray.
So she's no longer at half speed.
Yay.
Fantabulous.
And also,
hate
I don't know if any of you noticed, but she's just following you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Usually what you do when you're a guest.
No, but she has made no mention of like, oh, sorry for the bother, or like, I need to go, I'm taking too much of your time. No, she's just there.
Fair.
She has been kind of having to make light of it, a really bad day. So I'll just
A really fucked up day, yes.
yeah. So we'll table that issue for now.
And if you don't want to go into another whole session of discussion about metaphysics,
Oh yeah, Jackson will have that whole rant pointing at Gianna in the dead of fucking night. You see like dead quiet in the tower, two people pacing back and forth in front of the fucking fireplace.
Oliver bangs on the wall. I will take this tower down.
You can't. It technically lasts for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck
it's
you.
not, it's not concentration.
I will dispel my own spell.
I know the spell.
Actually, I
fuck
can.
you.
Oh no, I can't.
You cannot.
I think
The only thing you can do is destroy it.
I mean, I was gonna say I have Dispel Magic, but I don't because they split that fucking spell into two.
Well, with that, as you finally take your much welcome, much needed long rest, there goes the button.
Yay.
I have health and
Spell
points.
slots. Finally.
Health and points. Wow.
Oh hey, my healing light is back.
Yes.
wow.
I haven't seen these points in forever.
I can see.
I can't wait to get rid of them right away again.
I can fight.
And since you both successfully rescued Dahlia and survived an encounter that I truly believe you would not, y'all get a point.
Good. Oh, for the
That's
ASI?
Yes.
Yes.
You're
Oh,
That's
nice.
going into checks.
Y'all do?
I don't know what I want. That's the problem.
It's now a
I don't know what I
20.
want. I can't look at my sheet because you won't let me log in. But
I now have plus 11s on my attacks.
I think this is an easy one for me. I'm gonna make my Constitution 16 because he survived that ordeal.
You gain 6 hit points.
Yeah, because
The fun-
You go
The
to
fun parts of just raising your con up and even.
yeah, you go
Did
to
it like
Now-
do it automatically?
No, it doesn't.
Just change your max to 51.
You're catching up to me.
Wow, I
So
now
here's-
have the question of, do I start putting points in charisma or dexterity?
That's my problem. I can either put mine into dexterity, intelligence, or charisma.
I'll be going to wisdom next.
Because dexterity makes my armor class like better.
Yeah, same.
Wait, do I want to do Resilient Constitution?
That is in 2 levels. You have a lot of time to think.
Well, I'll have other ASIs at that point. So yeah, 16 Constitution is where it's at. I think I'm gonna start raising Dexterity next. Dexterity or Constitution?
If you
I
have
want
nothing
more
else you want, then resilient. If you have nothing else in mind, then resilient is not bad if you're concentration heavy.
I honestly just want more AC. My AC is sitting at a 15, which is
Ah, that is a very decent AC.
You think so?
Yeah, for a caster, yeah. Like
Caster,
it's
yeah.
not. That's I think like a caster's average is like look at John, it's 13.
Well, that's what
What is
that makes.
what is my AC again, Jim?
Oh yeah, you were having problems connecting.
Yes.
Jax,
Intelligence is +4.
your AC is 15. However, your only odd ability score is Constitution at 15. If you bump it to 16, you gain, first of all, 7 hit points. Second of all, better concentration saves.
Concentration saves. I am a work caster.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just do it for you here?
Sure. How much HP does that put me on?
You will go from 47 plus 7,
Hell yeah.
54, 53.
Oh no, he's beating me.
I think it's
53. 54. Very nice.
So 54 and now 16 con.
Not too bad.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
3, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14,
That,
15.
I think it's a good place for us to end for tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Now you have 2 things to do tomorrow. You can either go to the museum or go to the Knolls.
Probably the Knolls.
Let's please take a break from fighting.
No.
Maybe
No,
let's
You
do heist
hopped onto
game.
this train.
you-
I kind of want to. I kind of want to do heist. I kind of want to do heist game.
Yes.
So I need to do a thing which is advance the calendar.
Actually, maybe we could steal the reliquary from the museum.
You would be quite disappointed
No.
with what the museum brings.
Museum wonder we have something like that.
Especially
Maybe-
this museum is very trash.
Like a really fancy church would probably have something like it.
Why does he need that sword again?
My family crest 4th level spell.
No, the sword.
Oh, we don't know.
I mean,
We
we
said
could
you don't know.
theorize out of character. It's probably a. If he's,
Yeah. It's a catalyst.
There's no reason.
Like-
There's nothing in character that we know though.
Yeah.
Oliver
That's-
was
That's
gonna
why I wanted
kind
to
of
go.
hint at it, but I think he failed one of his intelligence checks, so he didn't know. But
Like there's tons of magical reasons to want old things.
Yeah.
All things good.
They have mystery and you can use mystery.
And now it's now 10 a.m. on the 23rd of December.
Oh.
Now, what do I want to have for my spells? That's the question.
And for Christmas.
I don't have that problem.
Druid is I feel it's past without trace of Druid spell or just a ranger spell.
It's Druid.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Wait,
Edmund
y'all
has
are getting
used-
spells?
Edmund has
They're prepared crafters.
Yeah, prepare.
Passed without trace, I think, is also a ranger spell, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
I knew it was a ranger. I just wasn't sure if it was a druid one.
Because I seem to
I'm pretty
recall
sure
that
so.
William has it. I
Yeah.
think. No, he doesn't. He's not level 5 yet, but he was gonna get it.
But Edmund has used it multiple times.
Yeah, I just can't
Yeah.
remember.
And I was just
Yeah.
gonna look at what else you got here. Just
During a stealth mission, it's not bad.
So just
I
just
mean-
for my sake. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say we should probably have a discussion or next time to figure out which place we're going to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
can
that kinda
decide.
makes sense.
You can decide.
We can decide in between.
Yeah, in between games, alongside with the thing that you want from.
Gives Tomar some time to prepare which one.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Because
Right,
I
I
very
just
much
have to
my
pitch
my
the
spell
spell.
choice definitely depends on where we go.
We get a wand of entangle.
Yes.
Yes.
But alas, I hope you all enjoyed this brain-racking experience.
Existential crisis.
Yes.
a wand of web.
see each other again in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, say your goodbyes then.
Night
See
night.
ya.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thank you for being here.